everybody. It's Tuesday. It's from the barracks, and we're gonna have an interesting show for you guys tonight. I'm Joker of Players Wanted. With me is the man with the mohawk, the king of the high kappas, Virtue with Sinister Customs, and down below there is piss him off, and you get some new jewelry, Beowulf.
I like how you change it every show. That keeps
I got to come up with something that just rings true. I think I'm going to stick with the shiny new jewelry, though. Wiener will be here a little bit later on. He already messaged and said he is running late. But we have so much cool stuff to talk about tonight. I got to remember I just put my camera over because of where it was before. So, what's up?
What's up?
You're not here to defend yourself, Wiener. You're such a pain in the ass.
Robert, if that is your real name.
So we have some interesting stuff to talk about tonight. We have we're going to talk about Geigerlands 2 Electric Boogaloo. We're going to talk about Scorched Earth 2 Rise of the Second Sun. And we're going to talk about our newest game, the Yellow Dog Incident. So we're probably going to start off with Yellow Dog because that one's like the one that's fresh on my mind. And at the same time as I'm doing all this, I'm actually setting up my son's phone. Son of a bitch.
Yes. Saying gentle softers is the top comment right now. I like that one. We're gentle.
If I give your shirt back, can I get a Yellow Dog discount? No.
Try
to give it back, Rex's going to raise your ticket price.
What's up, Mr. Walker? Actually, guys, look, usually we do this sort of thing, but we decided that we're going to give for Yellow Dog the lowest price that we can give and give it to everybody. Because the reality is, if we were charging actual good prices for this, son of a bitch.
This is the real wiener or the imitation. It's imitation wiener.
Yeah,
tofu wiener.
So it's one of those things, guys. I know you all are used to doing the promo codes and everything else, and we sort of have to get out of doing those a little bit because it really does impact the budgets, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done for the site. If you all have not had a chance to take a look at it yet, let me go ahead and show you. Let me pull up the picture real quick to give you just an idea of the size of this. Now, I will tell you all, it's not nearly as big as Cresson with buildings. However, it is still kind of huge, especially considering the map. And yeah, I'm going to be a bastard. So, the like some of these buildings, like X right here, that might be registration if we can get it fixed in time. The floor currently collapsed inside of there. If not, it'll be over here at Z, stuff like that. So when I'm up there in June, I'm going to go and check up here where I put double zeros at, because that might be an interesting point to go up and take a look at. Is it the hillbilly looking face? We're gonna go into all that stuff, man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there. So, I mean, one of the things we have to do is we actually have to put in netting, so that way we can protect this area here because these buildings are a lot closer to that road than what it looks like on the actual picture here. And there's obviously some stuff that we have concerns about when it comes down to some of this stuff, like this road literally cuts right over here and goes across. We have this portion up here. This right here, y'all are going to hate because it's a straight up cliff, but we'll get talking about that in a second. We're going to talk a little bit about, actually, I'll do it this way. Let's go to the 4-person view. There we go. Toss it down here, there, everywhere. Yay. All right.
I got seasick.
Really?
Bit. Hang on, I got something that'll fix that.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about the Yellow Dog, if we will. So let's see. Why are you messaging me again? Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, and if you do what I did, Google Maps does not do this justice.
Google Maps actually does a fair bit of justice, to be honest with you, because I mean I've walked the facility and everything else. The reason why we capped it at 300 is, and why we decided to have a zombie aspect of the game, is to have that player attrition during the game to get people out. So there are 22 playable structures. I want to say 9, 14. There's at least 21 structures. Now the barn is a shitty structure. I'll tell you that much right now. And hotel over here was the bed and breakfast, I think. That one also, like as it stands right now, it's only going to be 1 story. But for the majority of the buildings you haven't played, you can go up and down all of those. I believe it's Delta here. The sidewall of the actual of the basement has caved in. So it's like outside, and you can just go right inside into the basement. Sin has the buck camp going tonight. I got the new fish tank camp going, like my shiny new tank, which was clear until I decided to fuck with it today. And who's in the bath?
That would be my children. Excuse me, I'll mute it.
This is in Pennsylvania. This is actually in Worthington, Pennsylvania. It's at the Yellow Dog Village. Now, there's actually more to this site that we might be able to use future-wise. So, bringing this back up to the full size here. Let's talk a little bit about the site here a little bit. So, this where Y is. This might be an area for people to camp at. The problem is having access to go down here. So this up here is actually a ridge that goes down into Y. So I don't think you could pull your car into park down there, which is part of the problem. Literally have to go back and have to look at this area down here again to see if the fuck was that. Anyways, so we're going to pull it down here and see if you guys can actually pull in to access this area. There's a little structure up here, but all the parking's up here. The road is hardly used. Now, this house up here is somebody's actual house. That's why we put the boundary right here. We're giving a nice buffer between us and the houses up there. I don't know how much woods ball is going to be involved, but I got to check out what 00 is. I never went up there. What's up, Bangham? Carapult? You mean catapult? Probably that's what he meant. The ghost followed you home.
It's probably true.
So the cool thing about this site and this facility is that this owner wants to work with us a hell of a lot more to do some cool stuff with the food came. Yay. So we have quite a few things. Now, the numbered ones are the duplexes, and the lettered ones, I believe, are the single-family homes. So these all have every floor is in play for most of the buildings. Obviously, we'll have stuff roped out for stuff that you guys haven't seen, that you haven't done before. There's going to be no Friday night game, but we are going to run from 10 to 7 on Saturday and 10 to 3 on Sunday. So you guys will have more gameplay racked inside of the fun aspect. So Friday is going to be dedicated to registering and all that fun stuff, taking pictures, and getting ready for the event. So this one, we're going to highly advise everybody to show up early. Tomorrow, I'll call around and hopefully get a couple of hotel blocks. The next major city is about, I want to say like 10 miles away. So it's not that far to actually get like some hotels and stuff like that. Now, I normally don't do this because we keep this stream as apolitical as possible. I will warn everybody that's going up there, if you all are, crap, sorry. Yay, musical spots. So if let's just put there are some pretty bad billboards that are right outside at the American gas store about the LGBTQ community. So I don't know if that's the entire community up there as a whole feels that way, but some of the stuff that was on those billboards was not the nicest. So that is just a heads up and warning to everybody coming out. So you can do it. Me and the kid did and just ignore it and not even address it. And your life will probably be a hell of a lot better for it because you're not going to change bigoted minds. So that's really about the only negative out there. So with that being said, let's go to start this up. What questions does everybody have about the yellow dog incident? You two got nothing for me?
No, I thought we were waiting on the chat.
I was waiting on chat to catch up. No, we still got a few things to functionality wise to work out and things like that. Is there really a yellow dog? Oh, you forgot to mention the field mascots.
I haven't started showing anything yet. I just showed the map. But continue.
Super Hillbilly.
Can we shoot the helicopters? No helicopters. Do not shoot the helicopters, sir.
Those helicopters are probably looking for something else.
Yellow Dog is actually Yellow Dog Village. That's why we're calling it the Yellow Dog Incident. So Yellow Dog Village was made. I don't know what the hell this cough has come from, but I have not been able to shake it for a couple of weeks. It's only when I talk. It was actually created back in the 1920s as a mining town to do union busting, and then eventually the mine stopped going through, and then back in the 50s, and then by the early 2000s, the last resident moved away. So
that's the cover story. Well, there's probably some like cave mutants or some shit that ate everybody.
What Arcadia game? We're not running run there. How will zombies work? That's actually a great game.
They might.
A good thing about that. So zombies are pretty much going to be able to tap and instantly kill a player. They have no revives. Now, if somebody wants to earn some perks, some points, or whatever, by after they get bit by a zombie to act out and attack other people, that's fine. But the zombies, for the majority part of the day, and we're not giving away too much stuff here, because I think you all are figuring out what's going to happen. We have no idea what's going on with Striker Airsoft. We have nothing to do with their game. So the zombies are mostly going to be in certain areas that you all have to encounter. You have to go in there. You have to get resources and everything else. But once you if you get touched by a zombie, you have no more lives. You die. You have to bleed out or zombie out, whatever one you want to do. Then you can go back to your respawn and come back into the game. The last 20 minutes of the game is about the only hint that you guys are going to be getting is that there are no more respawns. So when the horn goes, and trust me, you'll know what the horn is. You'll hear it. You should hear it. I think the entire area is going to hear it. You might want to get back into your defensible position for your homestead to protect about what's going to happen next. All right. That's all I'm really going to say about that because you won't have when that horn goes off, you have no more respawns. And if you get touched by a zombie, you turn into a zombie. Now, people in the past have complained about, oh, well, I don't want to participate in being a zombie. In the last 20 minutes, if you get bit, you could just always walk to your car. So the last 20 minutes is mostly a survival aspect of the game to see who survives the last 20 minutes. There won't be any sort of vault or anything to get into like Geigerlands. It literally is just to try to see if you can survive and if you can make it.
How many zombies? All of them.
Yes.
Zombies are going to start out with 10 or 15 zombies. Another hint. 10 or 15 zombies.
Keep in mind, he went to Florida public schools.
Sorry, guys. I am hungry. I've been running around all day. So they can run. So zombies were doing like some other games. They do it. They have essentially 3 lives. So they start off running, take a hit, they limp, take a second hit, they shamble, third hit, they go down. And the way the zombies are going to go down is they're going to, instead of going down for like 30 seconds, they're going to go down for 3 minutes. Okay, or 2 minutes. We have to play with the time mechanic. Unlike other games, we're only down for 30 seconds. When he goes in the 20-minute mark, though, the zombies get a little bit more durable, and when they go down, they can pop back up in 30 seconds. Great question so far. The zombies are not going to be a major aspect of the gameplay, guys. This is mostly going to be green versus tan. We'll be able to use full auto. Outdoors, yes. Let's start showing some pictures, shall we? That sound like a good idea?
Yeah, roll that beautiful bean footage.
I do have some good news, though, that's unique that we have to update rule sets for. So let me just get to the actual one here. Let's toss it over here. All right, full screen that biatch.
You know how I know I'm a fat kid? I read that last comment and I thought he said Lunchables.
Lunchables. I did too.
Jeff, no. As we so vehicles were planned. We thought the AO was larger in size. It's not. So to give you an idea, will you be bringing the technical? I will not be bringing a technical to this event. I mean, my truck will be there, so technically I have a technical there. But let's talk about this a little bit. So you see right where I'm standing here? See that road that's all the way down here? That's the road that goes through. That little hut that's down there, that's where some parking is going to be. But the road comes down and around. And that road supposedly is not used that often, except when we were there, we saw people go on it for 8 sides. So these houses right here are 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're actually looking at 4. I'm actually standing in the red spot right there. The red spot's going to be out of play because, excuse me. Let's see if I got it on the picture.
Yeah, I'd say one technical will own that AO. That's overkill.
Hey, this place is just now starting to be restored and everything else. I mean, yeah, you guys haven't seen like one of the features of this AO. Where the hell? So this is like right where I'm standing at is the one house that is going to be. This trailer is not in play. There's another trailer that's in the red zone that's not in play. All right, so this is so when I say that we have stuff that we have to do on here, we actually have to get some paintball screening to screen off this area so you guys can have access. That's where some parking is over there. Go kart technical. Let's see here. Because that's building 1 right there. This is the barn. And evidently I must have dropped my phone because I was just... Yeah, and here's a feature that we have to talk about first, guys. And foremost, the chickens. There are a whole bunch of chickens out on this AO. The chickens are not in play. The chickens are not in play.
They're not combat peckers.
Chickens are not in play. We do not want to see you guys carrying a chicken back to your CPs. We don't want you to see you walking around with a chicken in your arms. If there's a chicken, don't shoot the chickens. Don't throw grenades at the chickens. Please For the love of God, leave the fucking chickens alone. All right. This is the one house where I was looking at it and I was like, oh, no, it's not this one. But to tell you why we have a lot of work to do to make this AO safe for us is that somebody's taken away all the return vents and all the stuff there. No KFC. So these squares that are inside the floor were kind of huge. So we have to actually put like 3/4 inch plywood down to make sure that you fat fucks can survive it. And if somebody jackrag and shoots a chicken, they're gonna get not only kicked off the field, but we might just actually get them arrested for abuse. But can you collect the
that's
eggs?
politically incorrect. They are not fat fucks. They are Walmart shoppers.
What's up, Brad?
So almost all the houses are identical when you go through and look at these. The floor plan's almost exactly the same. Some of the houses have all sorts of stuff in them. I don't know, but like in this one, I think you're going to see it in a minute. Now I know what you guys are seeing. You guys are seeing broken windows, and you're saying, "Oh man, Joker's not." There it is, right there. That vent. Stop fucking playing. What the hell?
It's the Tommy knockers.
But you see that hole right there?
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to have to be covered up with plywood. Though you can shoot out the windows. But if a window is closed, don't open it. We're going to break out all the glass. If a window is open, don't shut it. But we are going to break out the glass of the broken windows so you guys can actually shoot out the windows.
That TV still work?
I think it just needs a little,
Okay.
Little TLC.
That's a little spot shine there.
Sorry, we just got questions piled up here. Sniping on this personally is somebody that runs a sniper rifle. Oh, most definitely, because you got, even if it's building the building fighting, there's a whole lot of open ground to try to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, this is probably a perfect spot to break out your sniper rifle. Where is it?
Hello.
How big?
No,
is the
do
AO?
not collect the eggs. Leave the damn chickens. Leave the chickens alone.
What's up, Steve?
No technicals. We already talked about that one. We already showed that. Can we keep the TV for cover?
All right, guys. There's going to be no blocking doorways. Blocking. You can manipulate stuff that's inside the to make some cover points, but it cannot block doorways, windows. So you can't lift something up to block a window or anything else. You guys can manipulate some stuff around.
Can you block a window with a person?
That's what you can do. It.
I mean, asking for a friend.
I mean, at least once. They're not going to like you for it.
I mean, I could pick Steve up.
Put
him
That's
in a
only
small
half the window.
Yeah, good point.
So, hey, what's up, Tubbs? So for this location, everything else, we're obviously looking for a lot of guys that, if you're interested in helping us with making this AO a little bit better by doing some manual labor, please reach out. We have a lot of cleanup and shit to do. So we're going to talk about some of the other cool stuff. All right.
People asked about, hold on, I'm trying to get through these questions before we keep jumping. People asked about launchables.
No launchables. All right, so
and
smoke.
AO size too.
AO size is about 25, 30 acres, to be honest. So the smoke, you can use smoke outdoors. You can use frags here. So we have the ability to do both of those, all right? As long as when we go in there in September, if it's green and lush like it is here, smoke for days. Don't care.
Did you hear that, Steve? You could use frags outside.
Brad, the only upkeep that's going to happen is we're probably going to take out some of these trees and stuff that are right by the buildings because we have the ability to take some of the stuff down. but as you see it is the way it's going to be. I love how Ange is like trying to duck out of the way as I'm going through.
I've always been against landscaping at AOs like this. I get some people love it. I don't.
This is the one. This is the house I'm 90% sure has the demolished sidewall into the basement. The structure itself is still sound. So, all right, this structure up here, as it stands right now, we're only using the first floor. This one up here, which is hotel, for reasons.
I mean, that's one way to get circulation.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, there's no hole in it. It's just they threw it on top. God damn it. We're going to look at this upside down, evidently. So, yeah, this is the lovely, nice little hole. I don't understand the design of this one place where you have a vent that big at the bottom of some stairs.
That's a register. That's probably because there's no circulation in the basement. That's a stupid place to put it.
That's what I'm saying. It's stupid big, too. If it was smaller, I can understand. But
that's how you get rid of kids you don't like.
So there's also attics that you guys could play in. So each structure is essentially 3 stories. And the chickens do come.
Crazy. A nice little bottle of Arbor Mist there for everybody.
Oh, there's some old. Oh, hold up. If you want to talk about food that's there, I highly recommend do not eat any of the food that's left behind. There's some jars of peanut butter still there.
Oh.
Things as an adult, I thought I would never have to tell another adult. But when you say it, I realize we have to say it.
You haunted like a prison? It might be different. Maybe it's skinwalkers at this place.
There was no creep factor here. So yeah, this is the AO, guys. This is the stuff that everybody's going to be interested in. Are the horses still roaming the property? No, there's no horses over here. So keep going. We'd love to answer about Yellow Dog. Can I have that mud sink? I don't. The homeowner is the property owner is really trying to do a lot to work on this site to build it up.
Wow.
This isn't PA. All right. So what other questions you guys have about this? The game mode is going to be what you guys are very familiar with. There's going to be objective stuff to capture, bring back. When to go. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but the mountains of PA are part of the Appalachian Trail, so there's probably skinwalkers too.
Why not both?
I know, right? Wendigo, skinwalkers, big feet.
That's your 2 different team names: Skinwalkers versus Wendigo.
Sounds like a strip club.
Friday night there'll be a bonfire if that helps y'all. Mostly because we're going to burn all the broken down timber. So the owner of the site is very excited to have us out here. Let's not mess that up when we go out here. Like the same sort of, we hold the property in the same sort of regard as we do Cresson, even though this one's more run down than Cresson is. I think with us coming through, I mean, I don't know how many of y'all were there since the beginning, like me, but each time we've gone there, there's always been more and more stuff that we cleaned up and made that site look better. The jackalope. There you go. All right. That's how the Grassman and Mothman would communicate in Chicago. Now, there is some other interesting things there. There is like a campsite that is further down. Hold on, let me pull it up. Bring it back on. So this road that goes right through here, that goes down, there's actually a youth camp that's down there that's hardly ever used at all. So we are going to ask those owners if we can actually have access to that. But the intention is to put the vendors over here, put chrono registration in Z if we cannot get X fixed up in time. There will be netting that goes through here. But anytime you guys cross over from parking, as soon as you cross it over, we're going to ask everyone to put their iPro on just to be safe. 00, I don't know what it is. It's within here. Let me pull it up on Google Maps so you all can see.
That's the portal to hell.
No, the Hellmouth is in Cincinnati. No, it was in Dayton.
So
it's in Ohio.
Some other orifice.
There it is, right there. That's what 00 is. So
That's a UFO and a probing facility.
I was about to say, it actually looks like there is something there. That's why I put it up there. Now, I will tell you, getting you a better idea, this is where this is the one house that's out of play. There's a trailer right here. We're going to avoid shooting the trailer guys. There's another house right here. This one's also out of play. This one is the one that we're using on the first floor on. There's the barn. But down here, it's the youth ranch and Bible thing. It's all the way down here. So there's a house right here. So when we put the line, we're putting it up right along this ridge. So you'll have a little bit of space that you guys could flank and go around. Where I'm thinking about the AAs are probably going to be out here in this corner and over here in this corner. Yeah, it looks like a giant but that's not a propane tank. It looks like it.
It's the giant lid to hell's anus. It's been sealed up. I do have one.
Oh yeah, there's a lot over here. Go ahead, ask away.
The Bible camp and youth whatever, is that outside of 1,000 feet so Wiener can actually attend the game? Checking, for legal reasons.
As if to say it on cue.
There he is.
He heard youth group and he logged in.
Yeah, what's that? Softball?
Squirrel? Oh.
Hey, you know what? You know where where Y was? Like, oh shit.
Where KY was.
KY? Already?
You said softball and KY. You got him really excited now. Are
those nipple pasties?
That's right. Wait, I got two.
Right here? In this area, that was the softball camp.
Damn.
The softball field that they had. So zooming in on this, it looks like
Hide your softball player, not your children.
It looks like we can get down there into that area, but I won't know for sure until we go down there again. If you all had a chance, would you play at an abandoned airport? Well, it depends. As long as it's a terminal and not just an empty freaking
a single hangar.
Yeah.
I'm talking like a crop duster airport or
What's up, Bangham? What's up, Steve? Tats? Cholo?
Well,
oh God, Steve Tom. I feel guilty.
Why, did you see his picture he posted?
No, no.
He was standing on a pedestal when he did that. He was pushing his muscles out. So it looked like he had something.
No, I saw that picture, but there's a guy on TikTok that does the House Cholo.
It looked like him?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Old New Orleans International Airport.
Old New Orleans. No, Old New Orleans.
Old, yeah.
Old New Orleans.
It depends on who controls it. I imagine if
Yeah.
it's still under control of the FAA, that's going to be a resounding no.
Nope.
If it's in private hands, that's a different story.
Let's see.
Caleb, that's probably going to be a big old no, sir. They probably won't allow it. All right. So you guys are asking about
Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport.
You guys are asking about CPs. I think one CP is going to be right here, down in this corner, so you guys can get in and out of. The other one's going to be over here by one. So camping up here will be for. We'll figure out what side's going to be where. We'll let the COs pick whoever's going to be our COs for this one. You know, we have green versus tan. Mr. West.
Oh
What?
shit! It's still. It shows it's still open. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the Lewis. It's one of the terminals out there that's abandoned, but it still has power and everything still works in it. So yeah, I bet the FAA still owns that big time.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have it. So let me do it this way so y'all can see. One is probably gonna be down here so you guys can get in and out, and the other one's probably gonna be over here. Oh well, shit. All right, Sin. Because I sort of want to be a dick.
What's new?
Are you going to put one at the top of the hill and one
Hold
at the
on,
bottom?
I just had to research this since he brought it up.
What, the New
The
Orleans
New Orleans Airport, we actually may be able to do something with because Red Bull just rented it out for a weekend skate invasion.
Skating's much different than airsoft, though.
Yeah, but it's owned by the town, who's apparently desperate to make money off of it.
But it's Red Bull and it's a bunch of cows.
Ask some other information. I'll call him tomorrow.
All right, sorry. Go ahead. You were being your usual self. I mean, being a dick. Go ahead.
Me thinks we have one team start up here, the other team start up here, and they have to run down to their CPs and secure a CP.
It's stuck in quiet purgatory.
Ow.
Honestly, and this is not official, guys. Do not take as official at all. Honestly, I think we should go with the mobile FOB option of giving the commanders something to set it up, and they pick their spot.
Tag and 40 millimeters are not allowed for this event, guys.
No. But letting the COs pick their CP spot. If they want to set it up in a building, they go for it, but they got to deal with the consequences of being surrounded constantly. They want to go out in the middle of the woods, let them go in the middle of the woods.
Shut up, Edward. I know, Sneezy. Look, man, it's going to be anti-person. It's personnel only. There. When I thought this was, when I saw all, hold on. When I saw all this, I thought we had a lot more space to deal with, right? The only thing that picked me off that there might have been something wrong were these two things right here. But I figured we might have had all this that was, what's that? Oh, somebody's house.
Squirrel!
That's the sex camp.
So I thought we might have had all this in play, right? Evidently, they own the property over here too, but whoever this guy is right here, and this renter in this house is a dick, and won't let him use the easements that they own. So he probably should build a little bridge right there. But anyways, so understand that even though that we're using this area, we're putting shit in this area up here for you guys to hunt down and get. So there are going to be objectives out in the middle of no man's land for you all to get that are probably going to be worth more points than the stuff that's going to be the easy pickings inside of town. And yeah, we're not doing that to the players of what you just suggested, Justin, about making them go uphill.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're the one that just suggested it.
No, I said that you're going to be a dick and do it.
No, I think I'm going to have everybody start up here.
1.2 million square feet terminal. Wow.
Yeah, you found the same thing I did.
Oh yeah, I'm looking through it. Airport Afterlife.
Yeah, it's owned by the whole thing is owned by the parish, so they've apparently been renting it out for a bunch of events. They've already had laser tag and paintball there, so hey.
Well,
Dude,
All right.
save that information.
I think we pick our AOs by places to go get good food.
Well, if it's in New Orleans,
We actually tossing around that idea. The rule set will obviously morph as we go through here. We don't like having the CPs be attacked because you always have to have a safe spot to spawn from. But this one, we're definitely looking at having that sort of thing happen. So, or you guys have FOBs that you can do. Love you, Corey, man. So that's pretty much. I love the questions keep coming in. Keep asking them because we definitely want to talk more about this event. Unfortunately, there will be no discounted tickets for this one. I mean, I didn't want to give, as it stands, people are already like 145. I don't think that site's an unproven site. I was like, it's not the site that matters. It's people that are running it matters.
And insurance.
I think the ambiance of that site, just how it looks like something straight out of The Walking Dead or The Last of
I was
Us.
just gonna say the same thing. The Walking Dead.
It always boggles my mind that people think like event promoters and producers set prices so that we can make money. We don't set prices to make money. We set prices to cover the bills.
Yeah. I mean, as it stands here, this one is unique because we actually have to pay for netting this time. We have to buy netting, pay to install it. I'm actually looking at making this guy a damn chicken coop because we're the only ones that could do airsoft at this location. Sneezy, yes, I was there. I was the one that took the pictures. I was inside. I was going through. Hotel. I'm going to throw the map back up again. Hotel, we're only using the first floor from what I saw there. I think it was L. I think we're only using the first floor there too. The only buildings I did not go into was 1, 2, 3, 4, A, and C. A, I actually have to clear off the porch because the easement fell down on top of it.
So there could be homesteaders staying there. Gary, Indiana. I saw that too.
Shut up, Wiener.
I thought that was a comment somebody just made over the right. I saw it right in front of me. Damn it.
Reading is not a strong suit.
Let's see here. Yes, you guys, we have a lot of playable area. Now, one of the things that would be also cool is if I can get a bushwhacker out there, if you allow me to do it, and I can clear all this out right here. So we can park along this side. Actually, back to the overlay map. If I could clear more of this out and allow parking over here, it would be great. So I think he actually owns all this over here. Actually, Edwards, they do. This place really hasn't been going on to that much. Yeah, you just love these Scooby-Doo haunted ass places.
They're unique AOs, man.
Really?
So here's what I say, right? The site helps us tell a story. A site actually helps us get you guys a good storyline, not to go off of. A storyline.
Immersion.
Yeah, a storyline that is going to carry. So everybody knows the 3 storylines at Cresson are linked. Syndicate led to Scorched Earth, which led to Geigerlands. So Syndicate, the downfall of society, led to a failure of government, which allowed the 2, like where the government collapsed, and essentially you have the Federalists versus the Nationalists fighting over what this one little area, and then somebody pushed a button, which then led to Geigerlands being an irradiated wasteland. The Yellow Dog, this one's got my creative juices flowing for writing, and this one's probably going to spark. This might jump different AOs with the storyline. So talking to Penhurst, they want nothing to do with airsoft ever again. Some other companies that shall remain nameless really destroyed the property.
Hey, my deliverance event was good.
Wow. So we love these types of AOs because they give us an opportunity to do unique things. I was there, I know. So, what other questions do we have about this style of game? Well, actually, I guess the question is Beowulf coming?
I just saw that. Well, I was looking at my schedule, and I think I will be available for that one to be the green CO if y'all will have me.
God damn, we're going to fuck with him again.
I know. Just glutton for punishment.
As long as you bring your hometown banjo, you're good.
I actually tried to learn how to play the banjo one time. I'm terrible at it.
I did too at band
have
camp.
a banjo lily. It's a banjo ukulele, and I'm bringing it to this game. So if you hear a banjo in the woods,
Why no, Brad?
The white panel van with no
I
windows.
don't know. There's a lot of stuff that
Windows.
looks kind of rapey down there. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Hey, there's somebody with a mandolin.
Yeah.
So-
Na-na-na-na-na-na.
There will be a bonfire Friday night. Just telling you all this right now.
Thanks,
There's going to
Brad.
be a bonfire. Now, that bonfire might be lit with gasoline, but we having a bonfire. Who's going to be the COs? Well, Beowulf has already agreed to be a
Volunteered
CO
to be
for
the green
green.
CO, yep.
So we have Beowulf, and Beowulf, we need you to bring your guy with the makeup artist up for this one.
We'll see if we can get him to go.
I'll drive 8 hours for you, Justin.
62 Chevette. Good God. Wait a minute. A Chevette was made in 62? Or are you talking Chevelle?
Brad, it's a different kind of makeup artist. We don't we don't need you to dress up Wiener.
No, I come dressed up just fine myself.
He's a pro at this. You see how old he is?
That's right.
He's a solid C cup now.
It's not drag when Wiener does it. It's roadkill.
It's the only man I know that's got a high beam and a low beam.
All right.
Assholes.
Are you going to roast Wiener? It's always roast Wiener.
Yep.
Appreciate it, Josh.
Well, I don't know who's going to be TAN CO yet. I think we're going to find somebody for that. I think I already have somebody for that. You know what? I think I like how he's trying to run away.
No. Be right back.
Wiener said, no, my mom called. I know whose Wiener's mom called. She called me. Still, I call her back. What?
He didn't have headphones on. He missed all that.
Well, yeah. I know I missed
I
it.
don't want to be Wolf twice in a row, so I won't be CO. There are some shots fired over
Wow.
Operation Red Hood.
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh.
There you go.
So, Mr. Wiener,
Yo.
you want to dust off your CO-manship and
No.
go up against? He's like, fuck no. Not only no, but no.
Come on, I'll wear a sleeveless shirt just like you.
Hey, I actually grew out of my shirt. It's not sleeveless. There's sleeves there.
He's talking about Beowulf.
Side boobs.
Side boobs.
Oh, he already beat you the last time you were in Georgia?
Yes, he did. Wait a minute, but you were in a CO. Who was the green? Yeah, it was yeah. What's
It
his
was
name? Yeah, those guys.
Striker.
Yeah, Striker.
I would just say Top's talking a lot of smack to a guy that only shows up to like half the event.
I know, right? I swear I'm coming. I swear I'm coming.
The same guy had
Yeah,
to help
bro.
off the field after he got cramps. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no kidding. That's right. He did, didn't he, at the last event? Yep. I
That's
remember that.
that's okay. That's okay, Top. That's okay. I'll make sure I got some Metamucil and some.
Well, he's got a new girlfriend, so hopefully his stamina's built up some.
And George.
And George. Tactical capris.
All right.
Sweatpants.
So,
Damn it.
what other questions y'all have about this event? We'll figure out who the TAN CO is going to be. Trying to wrangle in Wiener to do it. It looks like he's not going to do it. He's going to be a bitch. He's going to be a big bitch and not do it.
If
So-
I
Come
drop,
on, Tubbs.
If I drop the 60 pounds between now and then, I'll do it.
Yeah,
start,
it's not
work,
gonna be-
you start working out with me.
So, a question is
We don't
going to be
look good
asked: is Nikolai going to be there?
No.
No.
We can have, what is it? Nickel
The
Dead?
Zombie King is going to be there.
Nickel Dead, yeah.
Nickel Dead. Nickel Dead's going to be there.
It's going to be the
There
greased up
is-
naked deaf guy.
So, for those that are familiar with our
There's a party going on over here.
Oh my God, my dogs keep opening the damn door up.
Virtue normally runs green. How about switching up for tan? Green CO against former green CO. Ooh, that sounds good.
Can't do it.
Yeah, sure you can. You can do it just fine.
Wiener's workout, getting his own
His own
meatloaf.
meatloaf.
Damn.
You can do it just fine, sir.
I happen to have you, Tubbs. Come on.
No,
Let's get
legit.
an F in chat if you all want Virtue to be tan CO. 1 minute and
I'm gonna have to
3
have
seconds
Mom watch,
later, this chat's gonna go ballistic.
I'm gonna have to have Mom watch that movie so she understands what that means by get the meatloaf.
I'll watch it with her later.
She'll be happy to watch it with you, I'm sure.
Here they come. And here they come.
Oh.
Here they come.
Jesus freaking Christ. No. It's
Yeah,
literally-
no, look, everybody. You got 31 people watching, sir.
I knew it was going to happen as soon as you opened your mouth with it. No, the problem comes into play. Like on a regular event, I get called away to deal with something. If anybody's been next to me when I've had a radio, every 5 minutes at a minimum.
Majority rules.
Q. I mean, F.
How the hell did you miss that one, Edward? I mean, F
Public
is
schools.
Q and F are all the way over there.
I mean, they're on the same side of the keyboard, at least.
You gotta have one fruitcake who's missing the Q's.
Now, if we can find somebody to take over overall command and control that I can trust do the job, I would actually do a CO job again.
That's Christian for you. This is Mark speaking. This is Mark.
Is that your kids, Justin?
Yes.
Yes, that's some of my wayward children from up north.
Okay.
I thought you had them caged.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't know
diversifying.
when
It's not
this
just
started
all
happening.
rednecks now. I've got some
You
people
might
up
need
in
to check her
the
pump
northern
register
areas
to see
now.
if she's getting overdosed on morphine.
Brad, you know you can't play
This is not
without
the
me.
first
Come
time
on.
that this has happened. No. Yeah, because she was losing consciousness and everything.
I don't know who the
sitting in and out.
Facebook user is, but
And they were asking
I'm trying to bring some guys,
asking us about
and I'd be
Narcan
down to
yesterday. And I
XO
said,
or
well, she's
PL for you.
as an A, and they said, "What did you give your mother?" I said, "She hasn't had shit. She went from one hospital to the other hospital."
Let's see.
Northern rednecks. Right?
Yeah.
That is hillbillies.
That's right.
Oh,
Well,
there he
you've
is.
seen in the
Easy.
last
Okay.
24 hours, the same thing's happening. So
Dude, we really
you've already
need to look
searched
at,
her bag. She has nothing on her.
we really
like
need
I
to look
said
into the
yesterday.
airport. I'm
Well, maybe if you fucking assholes actually fucking listen and do what I fucking tell you and told you that we didn't give her anything fucking unusual. You've had her for 24 fucking hours. She's doing it. Interrogate the goddamn pump that called me back, you fucking moron.
Hi.
Yeah, you weren't muted.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
you are
muted.
muted.
It's the same fucking thing. We had to move her from one hospital to another.
How many more we got left?
Huh?
F's.
Oh, like none.
None. He's killed them.
Everybody left.
Sorry, guys. This is the same shit I was dealing with, but just now a different hospital. So they accused me of actually doping up my mother yesterday when I dropped her off at the other hospital. And they've had her for over 24 hours, and she's still thinking. I think what happened is when they gave her a pain medication or pain pump, the concentration's too high because they did it a different way. And because my mom's literally slipping in and out of it with intoxication. They searched her all of her stuff because they asked me, they said, we need to hit her with Narcan. I was like, for what? And they're like, well, what'd you give her? I was like, nothing. I literally came from University Hospital to your hospital and didn't stop. And then so they searched everything and all of her stuff. She has no medications on her. She's doing the same thing tonight. So fucking interrogate the pump like I asked. Check the concentration levels, please. Thank you. Goodbye. Fuck off. Whew. Yeah, we're already at the point where I think we're
Woosah. Woosah.
Woosah.
Oh, yep, we're already at
Pass Woosah.
monetization limited.
Well,
So-
we tried.
Demonetized. Well, actually, we're not demonetized. We're mostly, we're minorly monetized. How about that?
Oh, so you're making pennies?
Pretty much.
They're going to
That's
my
it's whatever. It's
Pesos,
what
for you.
what it boils down to is it's actually going to get us. Each time they fuck around, they're going to find out with the lawyer because the lawyer's already having a field day with this. So, anyways, back to talking at the topic at hand. So, for all of you that were there at Syndicate 3, yeah, shit has not gotten better. Anyways, all right. So, I said Christian there, Virtue.
Yeah. I'm not commenting.
Oh, Steve Tom. Stevie boy, where you at?
Yeah, he has
Look
left
down.
the chat.
He's the guy that's slightly taller than Papa.
Weedy wants us at the airport. Hell yeah. Well, let's get Yellow Dog out of the way first.
I know, right?
Dog. Let's get Op Red Horse out of the way.
That one first.
That one first.
Yeah, and then after Op Red Horse, can I get Geigerlands out of the way?
Yep, Geigerlands.
Hey, Stevie boy, buddy,
There
old
he
pal, old friend of mine. You know what I haven't asked you to do yet?
Take
Bum,
somebody out.
bum, bum. Oh,
Make Tinker CO see what happens. Yeah, the whole team will go to sleep. What are you talking about?
Nobody will find him.
No, what they'll do is they'll go hot and heavy for about the first 45 minutes, and then they're going to
It'll
go
be
take
done.
a siesta.
That's right. That's exactly right.
oh God, I'm sweaty. Be back in a minute.
Guys, we'll figure out who's going to be the TNCO. I'm sure we'll
get
have a couple. We'll have a couple
there'll be
guys.
some
Oh God,
offline
they just popped out of my
conversations
head.
about it.
Tinker go, all right, here's the plan, and he just takes off running.
Follow me as he's halfway down and threw a mag already at
Whee! Off into the distance.
Look, people give my team and I shit, but we're the guys you call in to go take that objective or go in that door or do something crazy.
It is Tinker.
Yeah. We just discussed that virtue for Tan. Oh.
Which is like, no.
He just doesn't want to do the work. That's what it is.
No. If I could get out of any work, it would be the other job.
Unfortunately, no, I'm not going to be there for Geigerlands.
I may be forced
And we
to
lost
drive
Justin.
No.
All right, so
I mean, come
is
on,
there any other
more
questions?
AOs too.
Hey man, look, there's some cool stuff in the works.
Wiener virtue for Tan.
It's a sinful wiener.
No, we got sidetracked greatly here from the topic we were on, which was talking about the weird AOs. But here's the thing: you can play so many games at GTI. No matter how they change it up, it's still playing at GTI. You can play in so many abandoned factories. We got to have something new. And that's one of the reasons I like picking the AOs that we end up with is because they're weird. Nobody's playing at them. And they become those, hey, you remember that one game we did in an abandoned prison? Now that everybody else is doing prison games too. Not saying anything. Not pointing any fingers at anybody. Papa.
Oh God. You know what?
I know
I
some
gotta call
places
them
don't
and call
allow
them.
it because of the green and tan. Well, the ghillie suit. You got a question about the ghillie suit there?
Sorry.
Ghillie suits are not going to be restricted, I don't think.
No, but it's not.
But there's going to be some foliage there, guys. I mean,
Oh yeah.
now you actually could break out your ghillie suits. We actually have an AO that you guys can use ghillie suits in.
So as far as the ghillie suits go, I had a conversation with this. You can run a ghillie suit, but you have to have your wrist and ankles taped in your team's color.
So there's very rare times where I actually ask you for anything, or I ask a
Brad.
favor, a very important favor. I'm in desperate need of a tan CO for Yellow Dog. You down?
Who you talking to? Who's he talking to?
I am a bastard. It's like very rare where I'll actually call you Papa and
Knew
say,
it.
Yeah, come on, Papa.
I really need something because my other tan CO is going to be not there because he's doing something else. Yeah, so come into Yellow Dog and herd the cats.
J-Dam, your own team again.
Oh, you were my ex though. I can tell. You know what you can do now? I can give you this CO
Is it okay,
the CO
is it okay for him to
responsibilities,
hurt a
and you can
cat
blow up your
considering
own
you put a
guys.
saddle on one and ride it?
All All right, we're
It's gonna be
announcing.
like-
well,
it's gonna be like
this
Gulliver's
has actually been
Travels
announced
when he
as I've been
attacks.
talking to you right now because we're on the stream as we speak, talking about it. So it's going to be.
I'll
So
talk
you
to
all
about
heard
that
it here.
once.
It's going to be
We'll never
Papa
see-
versus Beowulf.
We'll never see Papa in the weeds, though.
September 22nd to the 24th. I told you I was going
Subs,
to
I'll
get
hit
to the
you up
event.
about
Well, let me get back to the stream and love you. Bye.
As to why SMG minimum engagement rules are what they are to make saws potentially breaking the rules.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. So as you heard it, we have our tan CO and we have our green CO. So
It's literally David versus Goliath.
it's great. It's great. You know what? We have to have the stare down where it's like this, and all of a sudden he goes 1 second and goes and gets a step stool, then gets another stool. He then has to get a ladder because he's still too short.
If he
Let's have
wins, can
Brainerd
we
hold him
reenact
up.
the Lion King thing and I can hold him up?
No, you've got Brainerd come up behind him and hold him up.
Oh, that's
That
right.
too.
That's right. Oh, they could be Master Blaster. Think about it.
I know what you're talking about.
Just
Thunderdome.
let him ride around on Brainerd's
Master
back.
Blaster, or the guy from what was that movie with Schwarzenegger? Damn it, the one that tripped to Mars.
My understanding as
Total
to why
Recall?
the SMG
Total Recall,
minimum
that's it.
engagement rules are what they are is to
Calling
make
him
saws
Watto.
potentially
Oh.
breaking.
Quato. It's Cato.
Quato, that's us. Quato or whatever.
Yeah, so let's talk about this with Sneezy real quick.
SMG.
So people want to have SMG full indoors. The problem that comes up with this facility, we're not concerned about the damage. We're concerned about the players. So there is going to be a new rule that goes into effect for all the AOs that we have to go through, which is if you're full autoing outdoors, you have to break the plane. It's just so that way people don't, because we had some people that were cheese fucking the rule last time where they were I was full autoing out the door. To their defense, they were full autoing out the door
From the back of the room.
from across the other door, across the entire building out the door. That's not the way that's supposed to work. So it's going to have to break the plane. In fact, with the windows and everything else, you're going to have to break the plane of the window to go full auto. That's the only time that you're going to do it. So SMG going,
including both first or second floors.
yeah. Mostly because, especially with LMGs, I'm not too concerned about SMGs going full auto out the windows and doors. But the problem that comes up is you have somebody that sticks all the way back, and especially on the first floor, people come running through. They can get at this place. They can get really screwed up because the reality is if they're running around the backside of the houses, for example, you're head level with the windows, like legit head level. My head's right up there. Papa's good. The only thing he doesn't have the duck. He just walk around at the window. CQB Paradise at Yellow Dog. It very much is. The problem that comes up, Sneezy, and this is the problem that we always will have with all the discussions, is that what happens is people mess with their rate of fire. And it's the rate of fire and the sustained burst. So what we're going to do for this one is that if you're full autoing out the doors, you have to break the plane. Okay. SMGs, full auto indoors, 25 RPS rate of fire. Anything more, you can't. No binary. Binary still not allowed. And this rule might change if the players fuck it up.
Oh, they're gone. It's just a matter of time.
Don't be worried. Don't be worried. Face protection. Yeah. Those stairwells are going to be spicy as shit. I am not going to lie. I mean, we're going to do what we did with the prison. We're going to start with allowing SMGs to go full auto indoors. And then if it gets fucked up, we're going to tell people you can only do 3-round burst. And if they fuck that up, it'll be semifinal only. So this is on the players. So if the players don't be dicks, everybody's going to be good. Frags for days. Yes, because you actually have first floor, second floor, attic, basement. So you technically have 4 floors on most of the building that you go through.
And Sneezy, I can tell you fall into that unique group of people that have never been full autoed into the ear. I can tell you, it is no fun.
Roberto.
So we are changing some rules for this event. The rules packet has not been updated yet because they're not done yet. But same sort of thing, that hardcover is changing a little bit for this one, where hardcover is wooden walls and doors, but still, if a grenade goes off the room that you're in, you're probably dead. All right. Who is echoing? Testing. Of course, as soon as I said who's echoing, it's Wiener.
Is it me?
Yeah, it's coming through the speakers.
Can't be. That's not me. That's Justin.
Nope, I had my mic muted.
No, Caverde, whatever the hell you say. Chris. Oh. All right. So is there any other questions before we moved on to talk about the next subject? Because I know Wiener's going to want to do his shameless plug for Red Horse.
That's a shameless plug for me too. So. Top's there in the background. I mean, you know.
That just changed. I don't know why. What?
Ghost.
Sub 1G, 1 Joule SMG should be good for full auto everywhere, in my opinion. I'd love to see that rule change. Sneezy, we can't have it at the prison. Well, Apex, that's your problem for choosing to go to a cruise in September and not on our cruise in March. Look, last time we had Justin breathing, now we have Wino echoing. No, now we have Justin's family in the background.
Yes. You got to pay extra for me breathing into the mic.
No, were you not listening, Sneezy? Somebody in chat tell Sneezy what I said about full auto in buildings. Who are you talking to, Wiener?
I don't know. He's leaning into his mic like he's listening to old time radio.
I'm writing down all my sponsors for when I come live.
Oh, you're writing them all down?
And please don't come live.
Literally, I replied what the rule's going to be for it. I said, we're going to make the rule change for Yellow Dog, where we're going to allow SMGs with 25 RPS or lower to go full auto. If the players screw it up and they start spraying and being a dick, then we're going to take that away. We're going to go to a 3-round burst. If they screw that up, it's going to go away, and it's going to be semi-fire only. No binary. Did he take your shoes off to count them as well?
It's okay. Wiener's non-binary.
Were we seeing you this weekend, Justin, or you're not going to the ball game?
No, I'm not going to be able to go to that one.
All right. Full auto to Wiener. You could full auto Wiener's Wiener.
No.
If you can find the target.
You'll get a marksman badge if you actually hit it.
Yes, you would.
All right. So what other questions do people have before we switched over to the next topic?
Oh. Damn, I didn't realize how many sponsors I had.
And for the record, since we're talking about full auto is short controlled burst. It is not going ham on your trigger praying to hit something. If you have the urge to hold down your trigger and spray in an area, get good.
What are you doing?
That's not what I wanted.
What are you doing?
All right. Okay, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Hi.
I'm going to get over to, what the hell? Come on, give me this stupid thing. There we go. All right. Tickets for Yellow Dog. All right, so we have 2 teams for Yellow Dog. Damp Ace is Sovstat Pharma, and green is Fedco Biomech. There will be Fedco. Now, I'll give somebody a shiny nickel if they could figure out why the two names are that way.
What was it now? Fedco and what?
Sovstat
Ooh,
Pharmaceuticals. Sovstat. Solvent Status Pharma.
I have
Come
a
on,
feeling
Wiener, you know why the names are that way.
Nope.
I have a feeling this is one of those jokes that Joker thinks is absolutely hilarious that nobody.
It's not a
understands.
joke.
That's what it is.
It's not a joke.
And my ADD kicked in. So squirrel.
It's not a joke. It's because of these.
Yeah, but. So what's your
Fedco
name?
Biomech working.
Fedco. Okay, which is the Federal Coalition, and what was the other one?
I said Solvstat because it looks like
Solvstat.
because of like solvents pharma.
Okay.
Fedco, every acne movie saved her.
What you're
But
about to
this
say,
way-
we were part of a company that produces pills that makes erection last more than 6 hours or something.
Where can I get those?
This is how Wiener keeps from rolling out of bed every night.
That is correct. The kickstand helps.
Go ahead and get your tickets here, guys. Obviously, we're gonna have cloth naps for that again.
Wet naps.
Wet naps.
Come again?
Huh?
From the youth church down the road.
You're welcome, Wiener.
God damn it.
Ugh. Who checked their email? Me check my email?
Yeah, probably you. You didn't have my email.
I have like a dozen. Mother-
You're such a violent person these days, man.
Called hymns. Dude, do not bring up those hymns commercials. Those are some of the most disturbing commercials I've ever seen on the internet.
Call them Wieners with a Z. It's a new company. I think they're a placebo, but you can get them at gas stations.
Yeah,
No,
Snazzy gets what I'm talking about. That is actually perfect right there. Full auto is one. We already burned through our F bombs, but yeah, pause 2 seconds to do it again. That is the difference between full auto and burst. There's no event in the nation where anything above 5 is considered not full auto.
Blue
5 and
shorts?
below is considered burst.
Well, guys, if you want to know the storyline behind this, is that the two pharmaceutical companies are sending in 2 mercenary groups to secure whatever the hell is underneath Yellow Dog that leaves for. Did you really send me fucking?
Midget porn?
Now I gotta watch this.
It's only right to be courteous.
I know, right? Yeah, that coupon code charges you an extra $10.
It decreases your credit score immediately.
That's right.
Let's see here.
But you will get blue chew out of it.
All right, so
Better than blue waffle.
no shit, right? All right,
It will be kilted.
look up. I'll be kilted. All right, so
Tentacle porn. Interesting.
there was the link for the actual event, guys. Go ahead and check it out. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a brand new, fresh AO, a virgin AO that nobody has gone to. We're going to have all sorts of cool stuff for that one. We're going to have obviously control boxes that you have to interact with. You guys are going to have resources that you have to gather and turn back. You're going to have syringes that, for anybody that was getting Geigerlands, you know what I'm talking about, that you're going to need. There's the playing cards are going to be in there. AO cherry popping. That's what it is, man. And this guy wants us to come up there for a few things. So if this takes off and goes really well, we might actually have another full-on RP event following this one, because we are trying to build up our RP aspect. So while I go through and start pulling stuff up here, Wiener, go ahead with your shameless plug.
Why is it shameless?
That's what you always call it.
My shameless plug. Operation Red Horse, May 19th and 20th in Perry,
Take it out of the
Georgia.
plastic so people can see it.
Oh, shit. Damn it. I did for the other patch. I forgot to do this one. Hold on.
You can leave out the
Easy.
dramatic voice too. I'm just.
That's right. The dramatic voice. Here we go. Back again.
It's like Wiener
And-
Batman.
I'll be your
I'm
buddy.
Wiener.
I'm Wiener.
Come to my game.
I'm King Wiener. Wiener Hut Jr. New breed airsoft. Operation Red Horse. Get it while it lasts. And by the way, the white does glow in the dark. That's in case you get lost out there in the woods. And then also, brought to you by NBA, New Breed Airsoft. All right, folks. Coming up May 19th and 20th in Perry, Georgia. Your CO right to my right.
Other way.
Over there. Over there. There he is. My green CO, Justin Beowulf. Bless him. And then the other one who was I forget who he's called. What's his name? I know he's tan. Oh yeah, Tops.
I think he's going to bed already.
Yeah, it's past his bedtime. He went home. He stubbed his toe.
No, you're the one that falls asleep on stream, sir. He's the one that's up till 3 a.m. hanging out with me on the 24 hours. Dude, you were so like this earlier.
Not here. Not today. I'm wide awake. I had my coffee. Shut up. Go back to your whatever you were doing.
He took his Geritol. Leave him alone.
That's right. I took my Geritol. I got my Blue Chew.
And his hymns.
I ordered my Blue Chew. We're good. And yeah, my sleeves.
And his Red Hornet from the gas station.
Yep. Anyways, back to this Operation Red Horse. Storyline's ready
Georgia.
to go. Put the link up for me, Mark. Unless you're doing something, you can't put the link up. But anyways, tickets are going hot. The first sale, $55 tickets, gets you Friday and Saturday up there. Free camping, primitive camping, of course. Or
And
you
that's
can
at what
spend one
place?
That would be at Big Indian Paintball and Airsoft in Perry, Georgia.
My home field.
His home field, one exit south of the Great Guardian Center. If you know that, if you ever driven up to the Guardian Center and you looked over on the left and you saw these cool structures and stuff down below on the left, if you're coming from the south, that's Big Indian Paintball.
It's not a homeless camp.
Huge. It's not a homeless camp. No, we actually played there before. It's been awesome. Like I said, $55 tickets, Friday and Saturday. Friday night we'll have a run and gun, meet and greet, all that good stuff, on-site camping. We will have food there. We will have a store there. Plenty of favorite people will be there. I have plenty of sponsors. I'm going to go through my sponsor list right now. We'll start out with AMS has sponsored a golden ticket. Lion Claws Events has sponsored a golden ticket. We will have HPA BBs there. They are one of our sponsors for our chrono. We will have Dead End Outfitters there. He will not only have the store there, but he will be serving up some of the best food you've ever tasted. We will also have RC Airsoft and the RC Dragons will be there. They are sponsoring. D14 out of Texas is one of our sponsors.
Large Native American paintball.
Pandemic Airsoft, who is coming out of, I believe, the Panhandle of Florida. They are bringing a whole team, and they are one of our sponsors. On the Go Surplus, they are sending some stuff. I don't know if they are actually going to be on site.
Ignore that link, guys.
Ignore that link. That's probably not my link. Anyways, On the Go Surplus is one of our big sponsors, and of all the best patchmaker in town, around, ever, Tactical Imaging. I get all my patches from there, even my wiener patches. Ask me about my wiener. Hopefully I'll have my new ones by then, but I doubt
Move
it.
your mic
Or
closer,
I'll
Wiener. They can barely hear you.
It's either that or he breathes in it.
Damn. Yeah, I know. I either can't breathe or I can't talk. One of the two. So anyways.
Hold your breath.
Okay, there we go. Hold my breath in between talking. So, any questions about it? The waivers online, please fill out your waivers. Everybody who's already bought tickets, make sure your waivers are filled out. It is an electronic waiver. You can go right to it. It's right there on the page, on the Facebook page for Op Red Horse New Breed Airsoft. Get those waivers done. Fill out your registration. Get that done. And the rule set is all online. So
You talk about the AO a little bit, how big it is?
the AO is how many? Well, why don't you do this? This is your home field. Talk about the AO. I know there's new structures out there. The owner of the field's been working his butt off. We got one castle and a new castle, and a lot of the structures have been redone. We have a whole city up front where we'll be doing our run and gun on Friday night, and then we'll be using the whole AO for the actual event. And my game master has it all set up where you have control points, control boxes, different props, bombs. Fake bombs. Don't want to get monetized.
No, we're way past
But
that.
anyways, I forget how many acres. It was like 87 acres of playable
It
area.
is. about 50 acres that is developed. That's several bases, trenches. And when I say trenches, I don't mean like just a few trenches. I mean a huge trench network. Some of them you can step down in. They'll come up to about 5 to 6 feet deep. The buildings all have rooms and stuff in the actual city that's up top. Multiple HPA fill stations. Like Wiener said, we have 2 castles. Both of them are roughly 2-story. We have a D-Day landing site down by the creek. Just everywhere you go, there's something to get into. As far as any type of night game, depending on what they have planned, a lot of ambient illumination from the actual interstate shining over too. We're located right in the middle of town. You got food, lodging, you got the camping there, bathrooms already set up. You can't ask for more, and it's right around the corner from the Guardian Center for a quick AO, especially if you're in the Georgia, Florida area and looking to make a quick trip.
So, yep, that's Operation Red Horse, May 19th and 20th in Perry, Georgia, at Big Indian Paintball and Airsoft. Awesome.
That's also
layout.
worth it to make a trip to, guys. I mean, to do that flight, not flight, but this drive, it's worth it. I mean, hanging out with these guys down here. Is a hell
Mostly
of a lot of
me.
fun.
I'm very entertaining. Wiener, not so much.
Everybody who comes, you will guarantee to get a comedy show.
That is actually where y'all are going before Serious Viking, because I'm talking to the field owner. We're gonna have a good get together for everybody who's playing for me on Chaos Company for Serious Viking.
Oh, sweet. Sweet. That's gonna be awesome.
We're gonna play a wonderful game where we grease up Wiener and cut him loose in the woods, and we're all gonna chase him.
I can promise
So you
to
want
squeal-
nobody to play? Got it.
Squeal like I promise to squeal like a pig.
Definitely.
I would fly in for that.
Want nobody to be on there.
Oh.
Hey, by the way, the best thing about this event, I've got to let you know, Mark will not be there. So buy your tickets now. Get them while they last.
He's not wrong. I am going to be.
I bribed him
Mark.
with Twinkies for no
I know.
reason.
Yeah, that's right. See?
I'm going to be streaming live with this gentleman at Airsoft Palooza 2023.
Because those
In
Twinkies
Texas.
were going to go
He'll
to
be in
waste.
Texas.
My daughters ate like 4 boxes of those things.
Well, bring them again. We'll make them happen. We chase them while we're naked, too. Oh, Jesus. No. God.
There's lots
Oh, my God.
there's lots of briars out there.
There's a lot of prayers. Yeah.
Just
Where's the soundboard for that?
This is
Well,
Georgia
set up.
Woods.
I'm not at that house.
No, he's not set
Jesus
up.
Christ.
That's how you get ticks.
The Georgia Woods is set up. We
The,
actually had
the fan is warming up.
under a different company, and we actually had an event there back in November. It was called Deliverance. So yes, all the jokes were standing. You might even find a banjo out there somewhere. Somebody left it. Coming for
Sword
you,
fight
Wiener.
with Wiener.
I did just watch the rest of the Mandalorian, and I did get some Beskar armor. So screw you.
I love how Brad Beaver is challenging Wiener to a sword fight.
Yes, you like that, huh?
It's going to sound moist.
Oh my God. Anyways, again, May 19th and 20th in Perry, Georgia. Op Red Horse. It's gonna be a blast. Be there, be square. Come
Oh,
meet
look,
us all.
my
have a
children
good time.
found a Twinkie.
They found a Twinkie. Brought them a Twinkie. We will have tactical Twinkies there.
There you go, Rick. Come on.
And hell yeah, come on out. Just have a
Yeah,
great weekend together with us.
Definitely
there.
come to Red Horse. But if you're coming to Serious Viking, come play for Chaos Company too.
Yep,
Just saying.
that's true.
Shameless plug.
Bringing a sword to a dagger fight. All right.
Oh no.
No, we don't need that remade.
No, we don't have remade. Did somebody
No.
break it?
No,
You got broken half.
we don't need that redone.
So where's my link for? Did you already post the link?
I did already post a link. Maybe you should pay attention.
Oh well, I was too busy talking, which I'm not allowed
There's
to
too
do
much crap
usually.
talking in the chat too. There it is again.
Yeah.
There it is. Thank you, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar. I don't care what everybody says about you, Mark.
Whoa.
We love you.
I mean, we love him, but whoa.
And
Like,
everybody,
bruh.
everybody who plays at Op Red Horse gets this wonderful patch too. And
If you touch
please
Wiener,
go-
you get 2.
Please go. I might give you If you touch Justin in the Nana area and I get to see it, I will give you one of these patches. If you, damn it, Mark's not going to be there. If you shoot Mark in the,
We're just sitting here in the middle of the
Brad.
live stream. Some guy's just going to randomly walk up, shoot Joker in the crotch, and walk away.
there you go.
Be like, oh, what the fuck?
Not even
Where's
say
Ange- where's-
anything.
Where's Ange at?
She ain't coming with me.
No, but she can shoot you in the crotch right now. Or maybe we can Star to do it.
Finger of the whole hand.
Oh my god.
Ooh, oh, we have took a sharp left turn.
Yeah, this game is gonna be fun though. If you think this is the hijinks and everything here, it's gonna be good at the event. Although we will be playing by the rules and following the rules.
You're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun. We'll say
You'll
that.
have fun, yes. At Rod Horse, you will have a blast. And there is a gun prize for the run and gun for Friday night. And then I've got a few. Sorry,
Jesus.
I got a few for the. I was trying to swallow my mic. I've got a few for the raffles.
Oh, we finally answered that question about Wiener.
Rules exist. What, I swallow the mic?
Oh.
I can swallow.
No comment. Anyway,
Touch you at the Geiger. Can I get a patch? Tubbs, you were getting a patch anyway, so yeah.
Geigerlands is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about that in just a second.
Mark, just, y'all come, y'all come back over here.
The steamer needs some Jesus. Neat.
Yeah, I do need some Jesus. I need my lawn mowed.
Yeah. Wait, you have a lawn still?
I have part of a lawn. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
I have part of a lawn.
Sid's face.
Oh.
That was awesome.
Oh.
Hey, screw you. My lawn guy's name is Jesus. You all fuck off. Oh, Jesus does a great job on the little patch of land I have left. That's what
so what you're saying is you've got a landing strip.
I do.
Oh. Damn.
Boo, Geigerland sucks. Why? Because you can't be there, Diesel?
You know, we Diesel. You know, we're gonna have.
Doesn't he have his gender reassignment surgery that day? Is that why he can't be there?
Man, we are. You know what? We're gonna get canceled.
Look at this
I'm
Twinkie.
just saying it now. We're gonna get
Everybody
canceled.
else, look at this
because-
Twinkie. I'll tell you what.
Wiener, for the last time, asshole is not a gender.
Oh, okay. But wait a minute. Wait. Since when?
I think I gotta file my taxes really late.
You can't call it a furry.
Oh, whoa.
Do we have to have that talk again? Who was I talking to at the event? We were like, why are we talking about furries? Stop talking about furries.
Because we're gonna make you a furry.
Nuh-uh.
Oh,
No, not me.
Wait, who was it?
I was talking about how I did furry cons
Right.
for the board game company, and I explained what a fur pile was.
I'm sure Justin, being the outstanding officer he is, he's seen plenty of furries in his day, and not by choice. And not by choice.
Wait.
All I'm going to say is crunchy stuffed animals. Leave it at that.
Ooh.
Yep. Virtue, like just walk away.
Don't do that. It fucks up the stream, dick.
Oh, me or him?
Him.
Wait, isn't this supposed to be an airsoft channel? What have you got? Furries? You got bestiality going on now, and two furries
Dude,
getting on?
no.
It's a stuffed animal. Let it stop.
Story time with Joker.
Story time.
Because it's a good segue when we then go over to talk about Geigerlands, where we talk about costumes and everything else. All right, so a lot of y'all know I own a board game company, and I do a lot of Comic-Cons and conventions. And Sin will probably agree with me on this, especially when you're like going out there and you're first starting, trying to get the name out there for whatever fandom thing that you have, that if somebody calls you up and says, hey, I want you to do my show, it's free, and you're like, I really need to get the exposure for my company. I'm going to go have a free booth. I'll make money. Cool. I'll come. And
just breathe hard, whatever you want. You said it.
I will attend. I will attend.
I will make an appearance.
So, back in 2016, I got contacted by a furry con and a brony con.
A what con?
Brony, My Little Pony convention.
Oh, okay.
All right. So,
I got Sins just sitting back and watching this happen.
since I was already part of the convention scene, I know what furries sometimes do. So I was smart enough to ask the thing, I didn't ask, I said, I was smart enough to ask.
Smart
Because
enough?
because if you don't know this, and it's like, hey, if you know what, Wiener, I'll let you go ahead and have the conversation with the furry conventions that asked us to come out, and I'll let you set up with the floor and everything else. I'll let you handle all that stuff. Like, don't ask any questions. Just
do it.
I had enough wherewithal to turn around and
Chutzpah.
say,
Chutzpah.
do you have a safe floor? Yes, we do. Okay, because I'm a normie. Please put me on a safe floor. Okay. I wear no tail. I wear no ears. I wear nothing. I go there with wearing a shirt and freaking regular clothes because I don't want to be confused in any way, shape, or form as a furry or whatever the hell leads up to being full-blown furry, right? I'm there to sell games, and I'll interact with anybody and all that. Get to the hotel, and they said, yep, you're on the safe floor. Don't worry about that. I hit floor number 4. The door's open, and there's a big pile of writhing animals all over the floor.
Ugh.
Is right.
The friction.
It's one of those things where I was just like, because you get hit with the smell. It's the smell that gets me, right?
Does it smell like a wet dog?
No. No, it does not, sir. Very much does not smell like a wet dog. Now, I don't kink shame anybody, right? You can have whatever kicks you all want,
Yep.
but I am fastly and rapidly hitting the one floor and the door close as quick as I can. Doors close, I go downstairs. I walk out, I walk up right to the event coordinator, and the front desk person slammed my thing down and said,
Your thing?
the fuck? That's not the safe floor. And she goes, yes, it is. I was like, you go to the 4th floor, I'll wait. And she goes, but I was like, go to the 4th fucking floor right now.
Carry a rolled up
You read that
newspaper
up.
with you.
She goes up, she comes down, and she's like, I am so sorry they moved floors. I was like, give me the safe floor. So I turned to the lady, she goes, the only safe floor you're going to have is the 1st floor. I was like, I give a shit. Give me the safe floor. So I go in there, I do the convention, and for the rest of the convention, it's seared into my memory what some of the shit I've seen, and there's shit you should not see. Like, just a dude wearing a head. That's it. And those ears turning as he's thrusting. Do the show, make bank, because furries have money because those fursuits are expensive as shit. Go home, get the call that I'm going to be doing the BronyCon, and I started looking. So you learn pretty quick what yiffing means, what petting means, what a fur pile is. So then I started looking at it, I was like, and then I realized I need to find out, like during the show, there was shit you didn't want to see either, but at least they came in and swooped in and pushed those people away as quick as they could to other areas.
Shoot them away with a broom.
I swear to God, it was almost to that point. I swear. They had sticks. They had sticks, and they were guiding people away with sticks.
Can I share stories too when you're done?
Oh, yeah. So, BronyCon. I get a call. I already got the call that I'm doing this. So as soon as I get back from the FurryCon, I call up. I was like, yo, I have questions. And they go, what? I just came for FurCon, and I am not a happy camper right now. I have questions. Like I said, I don't kink shame, but I just need to know what's the rating of the show. He goes, we're PG. I was like, I don't want to hear. So I don't want to hear about no clopping. I don't want to hear about. I was like, I don't want to hear about this stuff. I don't want to open up doors and see a bunch of ponies going at it. And they go, I swear to God, sir, it's a PG show. Okay. It was a PG show. And I tell you what, the worth ethic of the bronies was something else, man. One dude went from Maryland to Florida on a bus with 2 massive boxes of merch to sell. I was like, yo, good on you. Cool. Yes, clopping. That is their word for yiffing. And if you don't guess what yiffing is, take a guess. So the BronyCon was actually, it was kind of interesting to see.
Is that a Y and 2 F's, yiffing?
But it was the one time,
Don't
at any con, I actually had to go out to my truck and get a gun. Because we had somebody that was not part of the show cause problems the night before, which is its own little story. We don't have time for that tonight. But I get the call. Then I had the call from the second show, right? The second FurryCon, and I said, "All right, second FurryCon," and I'm having I've already been on the road now for like I think my 12th weekend in a row away from the family and all that. So I said, "What's the rating of your show?" And they go, "It's PG-13." Okay. They go, "Don't worry. If you don't want to engage or see any of that, there's a specific floor that we could put you on that's safe." I was like, "Yes, the safe floor. I better be in the safe floor because reasons." So I get there, I talk to the organizer, and this woman is like, "I swear to God, if I walk out and there's a fucking fur pile, I'm leaving. I don't care how much money you paid or anything else. I am leaving because I have a guarantee at this point. I have my money. And it's one of the things I put in there. I don't want to see a fur pile." I like to preface that the elevator doors in this hotel work extraordinarily slow. Hit the floor, go up, it opens up. In the middle of the fucking floor is another massive fur pile, which by itself was already. There was a dude wearing a coyote hat, a purple coyote head, sitting in a chair like this, with his junk just hanging out, just facing out. Like he's just sitting there like this, go through. And I shit you not, another one gets up. He goes over to the guy on there and just starts going to town. And I'm like, and the doors are not shutting. I swear to God, I'm hitting the button for the doors to shut, everything else. The smell was unbelievable. It was nasty. It was disgusting. And it's like literally feet from the door, and it cannot shut fast enough. It shuts. I go down. I hand over the key. I said, "I'll be keeping mine. I'll be keeping my guarantee. I'm leaving." She goes, "What?" I was like, "Go up to the 3rd floor. You'll see what I'm talking about. This is why it's in my contract. Have a nice day." And she goes, "You can't leave. You're our main speaking guest for gaming." And I was like, "Well, find somebody else. I'm out." And they go, "You'll never work in this town again." I laughed. I got 24 events, 24 more cons lined up for the year. I'll be fine. "You'll never work for a con again." I don't give a shit. Dude, it's to describe the smells.
There's a little bit of PTSD there, I could tell.
You could taste the smell, all right? You could it's like, ugh.
Anyway, airsoft.
Yeah. We'll bypass my story because, I don't want everybody to throw up.
The fuck, Wiener?
This chat, dear God.
Oh, it's so bad. So bad.
The fuck you sent me?
I just sent Justin's new furry costume. I was getting him.
Oh, that's not what popped up on my screen. That was then stuff.
What popped up on your screen?
I can't say it because then it will go to full demonetization.
It didn't show Rooster, did it?
Now it's good. Yeah, I'm going to show you the cock.
It's Justin's new furry costume.
It's a girthy one.
That's not what showed up as the thumbnail. I just all right. Anyways,
I'm afraid to ask what the thumbnail was because that's all I saw on mine, except for the arms on the separate page.
Mm.
Oh God!
He's choking on his own phlegm.
Can I tell mine?
Yeah, tell
Go
yours.
right ahead.
Oh, okay,
I'm trying. Because the problem that goes on with my ADHD, right, is I'm replaying this shit inside my head right now in the details of everything that I'm remembering, which is
He's got.
oh.
Think
All
about
right,
lima
so
beans. It'll all go away.
I'll tell one story, but I gotta preface it with a little bit of like backstory in my police days. I'm still policing, but my on the road days. I'm sure everybody here is familiar with Dragon Con. That was my first experience with fur cons. Well, not fur cons, but fur piles and stuff like that.
Furries,
yeah. So, being from the country in Georgia, I didn't know what the hell that was. It was just a bunch of fucking furry cartoon characters that were humping out in the middle of the show floor. So, slightly terrifying for me. My wife had been going to like anime cons for a while, so she's like, "Oh, that's a furry." I'm like, "What the hell's that?" She explains it, and I'm like, "Oh, that's terrifying. Well, let's move on." Moving into my law enforcement career, I had some, we'll say, interactions with certain parts of my job where I had to deal with people on the very extreme side of the furry life. So I have a little bit of an aversion, and we'll say like Joker, I'm not going to, kink shame somebody, but my twitches whenever somebody brings that up because it brings back memories. We'll say that. So last year, my wife and some of my friends decides to book a trip to Atlanta. We were going to go to a meadery, and I was going to get trashed on mead for a weekend. It was a good time. We went to like some gaming places and stuff like that. So the meadery we went to was attached to this axe throwing place, right? So I'm already quite hammered at this point on mead, and we decided to go throw axes because that's safe.
Oh yeah, well, yep.
Oh yeah, it's perfectly fine. Well, while we're sitting in there, I kept seeing these groups of dudes come in, and they all got these leather dog masks on their belt, and there's a certain point of drunk where it takes you time to process things. So I'm sitting there like, wow, that's a lot of people with leather dog masks and such. 2, then 4, and 6, 8. At some point, there's like 20 of them all huddled up, and I'm like, huh. What are the odds? This guy's got to be some kind of like puppy play or furry thing going on. And I look over at my buddy Armando. Now, Armando Sanchez, for those of y'all who have met him, is shaped quite like a pear, and he is the most non-Hispanic guy you've ever met in your life. Well, Armando loves to screw with me about the furry thing because he was actually on some of those calls with me that I had to deal with that. If anybody in the chat is familiar with a YouTube channel called Flash Gets, where they do this animated skit of a bunch of Black Templar space marines going to a furry planet and fighting them. And it's very sexual. I'll just say that. Well, I see the group of guys and gals all wearing their furry accoutrements and such with the tails and stuff. And I'm looking at them. And then I look over at my buddy Armando, who's sitting at the table with me, and we're probably feet away from these folks. And he's just sitting there smirking. And I look at him, and he's wearing this shirt with one of the space marines from the show that says something to the effect of like Furpocalypse or some shit like that. And I'm like, oh no. And then I look at my wife who's sitting there. I was like, honey, what are the odds you picked the weekend for my birthday trip in Atlanta for a fur con? She's like, no. Well, I go, whip. FurCon Atlanta, the weekend we're there and in the hotel we're staying at. I'm like, oh. In her defense, she had no idea. Yep, the Dirty Sanchez. That's actually his call sign, Dirty Sanchez. We'll leave that alone. Oh, yeah, that was a very wonderful weekend. I'm like, please, Lord, do not let us get into a fight with the pack of furries over there that are also drunk when they see my buddy Armando sitting there wearing the Furpocalypse shirt. who knows exactly what he's doing as he's sitting there holding his beer glass, looking at me like, hey. I'm like, oh no.
As
Oh,
slow
yeah.
as he moves, no wonder he's a furry.
All right, so now we're going to move on to Geigerlands.
Good segue.
Good segue. So,
Well, it kind of slips into that pink unicorn thing.
Avenge me, brother. Avenge me. Thank you, Tubbs. And he has that shirt too.
you can guess what by 7-foot fox.
They got to catch me first.
They got to catch my ass.
I'm not that fast, but Armando's slower than me. I could trip him up.
That's right. Just kick him in the knee.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's talk.
Geigerlands 2.
Let's talk about Geigerlands 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
All right, guys. So Geigerlands 2 Electric Boogaloo. That one is going to be at the Cresson Prison. So all you all familiar with that. We are 30 days away, and I'm just going to be frank with you all. Tickets ain't moving that well. So I don't know what you all are holding up for or anything else. Promo codes have been sent to your emails and everything else. We need to have at least 200 attendees in order for this game to go off, and right now we're sitting at 45. So, like last time we had the event, things are different now, and we need this to. If you guys want to have an event there, we need you all to. I don't know what you're all waiting for, why the tickets are going through, but not selling. But here you go. Here's the link to Eventbrite for the event. Let's go ahead and do this.
See, they're all waiting to go to my event first, then they're going to buy tickets for yours.
Look, I don't care about furries. I just care about when they're having sex in front of me and the smell hits. That's what I care about.
Those costumes, man. How often they get washed?
A lot of them are fur and latex, so it takes a while. All right. So Geigerlands 2, it's our event that technically runs from 2 p.m. on Friday all the way through 3 p.m. on Sunday, from June 2nd to June 4th. However, the only times that airsoft guns are allowed to be used are from 9 a.m. through 6 p.m. on, or 7 p.m. up to 7, right?
7.
Yeah. No, it was still 6 because we have the band going at 7. 9 to 6, and then 9 to 2, or 9 to 3.
Right.
If only we had a webpage that had the date that.
I think we were supposed to do it at 6, but we were still waiting for people to check their stuff in.
No, it was from 9 to 6, and then after that,
What the hell's that?
That's some scrolling.
actually, there's no time in here. All right, so 9 to 6 is when pew pew happens. 30 minutes before the 6 o'clock happens is that the warning goes up at the rad storm coming in. When the rad storm comes in, there are no respawns that are available. So the last 30 minutes of the game, you are doing your struggles to get all the resources you can to get to the vaults, because the vaults can only house a certain amount of people. So in that percentage is only that percentage of people that can be housed is usually 10% of the population, as long as the vaults actually have the stuff that's there. Once the rad storm comes in and it hits the 6 o'clock mark, the entire area is irradiated. Anybody that's not in a vault is dead. However, when people start to die, the rad storm's coming in that 20, 30 minutes that they could turn into rad crazies if they choose and start eliminating players. Once 6 o'clock hits, you either have to take your guns to your vehicle or to the armories inside of the main buildings. Your guns will be locked inside the safe until the next morning, because there's only 2 of us that have the keys, or technically 3 of us have the keys for the AO at that point in time. It's myself, Sin, or Christian. Melee weapons are still going to be allowed, but at 6:30 is when the players are allowed to go back out because the rad storm has gone away. survivors come back out, and we go into the main thing will be going towards building Echo for the band that's going to be playing. This one, you actually get to camp out on the AO inside the different buildings and all that. So this is a fun one that you guys can go to because of the stuff that's there. Inside of the House of Ronin will be the live band and what the fuck? I'm trying to get Damien's new phone set up. Sorry, guys. The live band and the fight ring. To answer a question as before, no lightsabers unless it's actually covered in a pool noodle. So
Yeah, we allowed them once, and you guys, managed to get somebody knocked the hell out. So lightsabers have to have a pool noodle.
well, that guy was going for heads, man, and he was not hit because he nailed me good.
They were kendo fighting.
Yeah, I still got him. I still took him out, but yeah, the pit fight will be in there as well. I can tell you right now that Echo is going to be the House of Ronin. Delta is the. See, tell me he doesn't look like he's falling asleep.
Who, me? I'm reading my
That's his
emails.
face. He's looking at volleyball
It's
statistics.
starting to have a stroke. It's starting to sag a little bit.
There's one side.
So Delta will be the Sunshine Band or the neutral faction, and then Juliet or the RHU unit is going to be the Asylum camp sites. So this is a low shooting event where you can only refill at your spawns. So you can carry 3 mid caps and 1 high cap magazine as you go around. There are armor rules. So what are Asylum? Asylum are the guys that are the bad guys. Would you stop that?
Stop what?
Hey, you dick!
It was literally Wiener's face.
The Asylum are actually going to be an RHE unit. The rest of the evil faction could take over Juliet. We'll be having the PUBG style game in Building 4 again. Right next to where the Asylum is. That's awesome. There'll be we have a couple people asking to do tournaments inside of H, so you guys can have that as well. Tournaments in H, 3v3, 4v4, stuff like that. So we'll have somebody that will run that one too. The Rustmen that's right, the Rustmen are in J. Whatever. There's buildings all over the place. Pick a freaking spot, guys.
Speaking of the Rustmen, this is one of the few events where if you want to design and build your own faction to come out, you can.
Yeah, this is mostly player driven, guys. The only thing that we control are the NPCs to give you all quests and everything else to get caps and everything for the currency and all that, and to make sure that you guys have enough resources to get inside of your bases. So that's about it. Also, we got the tunnel open to F. So tunnel access to F has been restored for this game. So it's actually the price for the game is $115. All of the events that we have at the prison and everything else are going to start to go up because of the cost associated with it. So go ahead and get your guys' tickets. Come on out. It's worth the trip to go up there. I mean, this one, you don't even need a hotel room. You can just camp right on in the AO. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. What questions do you all have about Geigerlands?
Anybody?
Shoot the helicopters.
Is Wiener going to be a furry NPC?
Wear my dachshund costume.
123.68 with tax. Or if you guys click the link, you get the $10 off.
Oh, God.
Stop yawning.
I know, it just hit me. I got to talk and furries thing weren't warming out.
I bet they will.
Any questions, guys? Come on.
Who's all going?
If you're approved last year, you're good.
I wasn't approved last year.
Hey, that's for the recyclement.
Yawning wiener. Complimentary piss bottles. And I've already had somebody give me a piss sample. That's okay.
16 plus Pierce. If they're camping out, a guardian must be there.
For Geigerlands?
Yeah, if they're camping out at Geigerlands, a guardian must be there if
Talking
they're
about-
under the age of 18.
Thought everybody had to be 21 or over for Geigerlands.
No.
No.
What?
So if there's any uninitiated people in here, i.e. me, obviously I can't go to this game, but what type of factions are already kind of in play?
So we have the Sunshine Band Merchant Caravan. They're the good faction. Good alliance. They deal straight up. They deal straight up and everything else on the level. Good to go. Then you have the House of Ronin, which are the gamblers, which
We are neutral, and we are fair in all of our dealings as long as you make sure your contract is accurate.
Is that chaotic neutral? We're going by D&D alignments here.
We prefer the term lawful paid.
Lawful paid. I like that. I keep
But if
seeing
you
people
come to
talk about
Christina-
Rustmen. What's that?
so that's another faction. I believe they're neutral.
Yeah, a player started them. Actually, Riley is Rustrat started a church at Last Geigerlands, and their whole thing was collecting old world stuff. They actually were neutral. They barely got into any fights, but when you did kick the hornet's nest, it was absolutely hilarious because nobody expected them to shoot back. But it was a player started faction. Chaotic neutral. Yeah, there we go.
So you got lawful paid and chaotic neutral, and then the goody two shoes.
Well, no. Then you got the Asylum, which are just straight up cannibals.
The
Yeah,
bad
so
all the way across the board.
The three core NPC factions of House of Ronin, the Asylum, and the Sunshine Merchant Caravan. Again, if you don't have a group of friends to play with, if you don't know what you want to do, that's where you go. It's a vague alignment that you can play your character is, but you're more than welcome to grab a couple of friends, start your own faction, go do your own thing. I don't know if they're actually going to be an official faction or what they're doing with it, but there's a whole band of mercenaries that were literally walking around and doing jobs for people for food.
So how does somebody start a faction?
You need a certain amount of players. I believe it was 10, but it's going to be lower for this time around. And just start one. Just be like for instance, you came down with your chaos. If you came up with your chaos, your Shadow Legion there, Justin, you can create your own homestead and take over a building and have at it. Now,
That's definitely chaotic neutral for us. Chaos.
Children of Anubis, thanks, Tubbs. We're the mercs.
Now, as far as somebody coming in and wanting to join up with one of the other factions, how do they do that for new players coming in?
reach out to them.
Just on Discord?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's Wiener's faction?
He's probably gonna be wearing his nice Hawaiian shirt, and he's gonna be probably running around with me and.
The brotherhood of the blue pill.
That's it. Brotherhood Blue Pill. Yep, that's it.
Can we get the chat to say what Wiener's like D&D alignment would be? Can we get a vote on that? Anybody? Throw up some ideas.
D&D alignment, huh?
Just Wiener is mine. Whoa.
Tubbs already said that too.
That's your alignment. Mine.
Yeah, mine. Tubbs got me.
Brothers will blow up
Blow
dolls.
dolls.
The-
The Brotherhood of the Softball Kings.
The Fleshlight Alliance.
The plus-
Nope. Damn mesothelioma acting up again.
No kidding.
All right. Speak the asylum, and they shall appear. There's Paul from the asylum in the power armor.
Yo, yo, yo. Hey, Paul.
Chaotic yawning.
Who's messaging?
He's a bard. He will mate with anything. We are turning again. Back to Airsoft. Our followers have spoken.
It's the Rust Men, not Rust Man. Chaotic corny is not alignment. I beg to differ, sir.
That's barred all day long.
Look.
We're turning again back. But yeah, so every faction has their own quirks, and now those alignments don't like guarantee you have to be evil or good. We ran into this conversation before. It's how you play your character. Part 2.0. You don't have to join a faction. You can choose to join a faction. It gives you people to run around with when you guys go after objectives, because every quest, mission, objective out in the field, technically a single player can go achieve it. Now, you may be going head-to-head against a party of other guys from another faction. I watched a solo player last game literally let two factions fight over an objective, kill each other down. He walked in, shot the last two guys standing, took the objective, and left.
Do you have a lot of solo players at an event like this too?
We actually do, believe it or not. It happens quite a bit, actually.
Is there any like tips or tricks you could like say to the solo player trying to survive?
I will say the same thing we say to everybody. Welcome to the wasteland. Trust no one.
Especially Wiener.
Shit, I'm the virgin there. What are you talking about?
And the other tip that somebody said we should give out all the time: if you see power armor, run.
That's fair. Murder everything.
Well, there was a guy last Geigerlands got stuck between a literal rock and a hard place. He turned one corner, there's Tubbs in power armor. He turns the other corner, there's Paul in power
Tubbs
armor.
was in regular armor, not power armor.
Oh, sorry, Tubbs was in armor. Turns the corner to run and walks into Paul, who was in power armor.
And Paul being Paul goes, meat.
Come here, little feller.
You know, you're asking a whole lot of questions here, Justin. It sounds like you're coming.
I'm not going to be able to, but I figured I'd at least ask the questions for somebody new who may be sitting in the chat, because I know I got a lot of folks from my different pages that might be interested in going to this, because I know a lot of my guys are very hardcore into like the Fallout style stuff, and they've been wanting to go to something like this.
Yeah, I consider this a palate cleanser game. If this you hear me out, because everybody goes to Milsim. Everybody does Milsim Light. Everybody does all these events. It's a refreshing game to get out, play with your weird guns that you've had on your wall that don't quite fit into somebody else's rules, or guns you don't usually get to play with, or just wear whatever you want and go out and have good fun. It reminds me of old school running around the backyard with their friends shooting airsoft at each other. There's one guy who literally spent all weekend bartering books he brought with him. He bought a sharpening cart full of books, set up a bookstore in the middle of the AO.
Is it like dime store romance novels?
Yeah, all kinds of things. And I was like, are you actually having fun? And he's like, I'm having a blast. He's like, the conversations alone are worth the trip. My partner, Dawn, you guys met at Syndicate. She walked around doing questionnaires.
Hold on. That was for a different reason.
How do you rate your apocalypse experience?
No.
No.
Oh.
You haven't met Dawn.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, that's right. You did. I'm sorry. My bad. Yep.
But that's not
I didn't get a questionnaire.
Yeah. But again, it's an event where you can. We tell people all the time, if you're at a Milsim event, you're not having fun. Go make your own fun.
Yep.
This is an event built around go make
Making
your
your
own fun.
I went to my first event like this was at Wayne's World with Mark.
Yeah.
And I spent half the time. Granted, I was a security force, so I protected the mayor and had a blast doing it. But just watching the people in the costumes and learning the gameplay, learning the way of life, I guess you could say. It was definitely
The dynamics of
it
the
was
world
so
you lived
cool.
in.
Yeah, it was so cool. I mean, and I like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, shit like that. And that's the way I felt when I was there playing, watching this going on.
Yeah.
Not the
Mute.
first.
Mute and his
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
It had a blast. It's the first time he actually got to be in a game, low stress, and play with his son.
That's how I'm looking forward to actually going to Geigerlands. I haven't, see everybody up there, all the people I've met through the mill sim and met all the the Pennsylvania people and the people from that area, and just see them in their new world, their worlds, and it's cool. And I had a blast. The new people I've met and everything too.
So Geigerlands is definitely
that's
a
how you sell the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was definitely designed as an event to be a somewhat airsoft palette cleanser, an event that, again, those weird guns you got on your wall you never get to play with because for some reason or another it doesn't fall into a class or an event. Bring it.
It's the ginger on the sushi tray.
Yep.
I still don't like ginger, but I like the Geigerland style play.
That's racist. Well, I'm hopefully I will get to actually make it to one of these events because I've been wanting to do one for a while. Just my schedule this year is kind of shitty.
Saying that.
I'm coming. I'm going to go to one. I think Yellow Dog is starting to kind of segue into something like that. Maybe I don't know.
It'll be my first zombie type milsim game and I've always been a staunch supporter against that. But ever since I've been in this and moving along and stuff like that, but if I start to see zombies moving like World War Z, I'm running the other way.
I mean, how many airsoft players you seen do that?
That's true. That's very true.
Hey, Justin,
Especially
somebody wants to
in
say
my
hello.
category.
Hey.
Hey, Miss Dawn.
Oh man,
She's on my sexual harassment list.
You're gonna report it to HR?
all right, we
Next to
don't
Wiener.
need that on the stream. I mean, we're already on the cusp of full demonetization because of the furry discussion.
I didn't go all the way into the furry story. Like I cut
It was
a lot out.
look.
Yeah.
All right. Geigerlands 2. Any other questions that anybody else may have?
Yes, I did.
Wiener's going to be there. I'm going to be there. And that's all you really need to have a good time.
I may be walking wounded anyways, too, because I had my surgery the week before, so I might be walking wounded anyways.
Hello, child. And Abby had to make her appearance on the show at least once.
I'm scared. Mom hasn't been in yet for the meatloaf.
I was waiting for the grudge scene to come up behind Wiener like usual. She just kind of shows up.
I'm not going to make any Wiener's mom jokes.
Too late. Everybody else already has.
On stream. We can get them later.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. She's calling me right now.
Can I attach a gel blaster to my arm? Why has that not come up yet?
A gel blaster?
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised nobody has brought that up yet for Geiger.
No, somebody did on Discord. And I said, I don't think so.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm torn on that one because technically they're safer than an airsoft gun. However,
But the problem is that I'm going to say no because what people are not expecting a gel blaster to be on site.
yeah, not to the face. You just get a Nerf launcher. Get the Mandalorian arm gauntlet thing that shoots Nerf darts.
During the melee combat section, are they still required to wear iPro too?
No. Well,
Except for the pit fight,
the pit fights, yes.
because pit fights are close quarters.
And it's supposed to be light as touch.
So green is at Thunderdome coming up. Green is okay. Like I'm gonna wear a green hat, even though I am.
I'm wearing my
Marcel.
standard OD. Well, I'm also gonna be wearing a freaking Hawaiian shirt because it's gonna be
That's
great.
true too. I got my shirt already. Are we gonna talk about Thunderdome too or no?
He's wearing his sleeveless shirt.
I don't know if Wiener owns a shirt with sleeves.
You see my work shirt I wear all the time. Yep, I own shirt with sleeves.
He likes to show off his side boobs.
That's right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be light as touch combat. It's ring their crystal bell, not ring their bell.
Damn.
You shut the hell up. You ain't even gonna be there. You suck.
Give me time. I'm gonna try to fit that in next year.
All right. So, what? Any other questions, guys? I mean, for Geigerlands, going once, going twice, sold. We're moving on to our next event, which is Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth tickets are live, and y'all are like disappointing me here because there's not been a single ticket for Scorched Earth sold yet, and we've had those bad boys live for a while now.
When's Scorched Earth?
Huh?
When's Scorched Earth?
Scorched Earth is November 10th through the 11th
Oh, gotcha.
at the haunted Cresson Sanatorium in
Cresson.
Cresson.
Now, when
Cresson,
is
Cresson.
Scorched? So the weekend before is the new AMS game, correct? Blockade.
Maybe.
Get your gremlin.
Yes, Paul, the Rat Storm will be a thing again. Pole arm and shield, yes. If it is a LARP padded pole arm, not an SCA padded pole arm, which I had to explain to somebody already.
That's my daughter's Mogwai gremlin thing.
Mogwai.
Don't feed it after midnight.
All right. So who's ready to talk some Scorched Earth? Rules for minors. Parse. All of our games are 16 plus. If they're camping out, an adult must camp out with them. You can't be like another field where you drop off a 15-year-old and say, "See you in 2 days."
You're not a danger.
No comment. MC.
All right, so for Scorched Earth, it's going to be green versus tan, Nationals versus Federalist again. There's going to be no Op4, and there's going to be no civilians out there. Nikolai will be in play. He might have a small honor guard. Let's see here.
By small, do you mean stature or force size?
It might be Greg. So I'm going to tell this to everybody because everybody knows what the first mission is when it comes down to. Oh, we did mention that, or you started to mention, I think, about Yellow Dog. There's no prisoner taking because I don't trust the AO to take prisoners at. That's why we have zombies instead. But there's going to be prisoner taking again at Scorched Earth. Nikolai is going to be capturable again. And let me explain and show you bastards where Nikolai hides. Because evidently, people can't seem to find Nikolai. I think I need to set up like a lighted strip, like a landed zone that says Nikolai this way, so you all will come and fight us.
Did you say landing strip?
Stop showing your crotch.
I just threw up in my mouth.
No more throw up.
It's like a gray briar patch.
You reached your limit.
What?
I don't want to know.
I don't either. I'm trying to find my patches. Where'd they go?
All right.
There it is. Fucker.
Let's show this real quick. This is the map, guys. All right, see
Why
where
does
this
that look
number
like
is,
Cresson?
because that's where Scorched Earth is. Justin, did you train the dog in German, or did I hear it wrong?
Actually, Grim here is trained in Mandoa because I'm a huge Mandalorian nerd.
CS gas or no? No damn CS gas. All right, so in 6, right underneath this big spot right here, is a basement. In said basement is a room. It's really close to the serial room. It's going to be Nikolai's Alamo. That's where you go to capture Nikolai for either the first Evo for both teams, whatever team gets him first, or the second Evo, your team, if you didn't get him the first Evo, you have a chance to get him a second Evo. He's inside the basement. It's inside of a room that's literally if you're coming down from the front part of 5, you get down to the T junction of hell, you make a right past the serial room, you go by one open door, and there's a second door that wraps around inside. That's Nikolai's Alamo. If you're over here by 8, you could run right up this first stairwell, go inside, go down, make a right, and it's all the way at the end before you turn right again to go fight them by the serial room. So that's where Nikolai hides, guys. Come get him, you pussy bitches.
But don't grab Nikolai by the head or neck.
Yeah, that's gonna be a new rule.
Pineapple juice.
Oh yeah, they were ripping my head pro. They were ripping my eye pro off like 3 times this last one. Comes, hey, there's Stu. Comes with a freshly dead hooker. I could get a. No, you can't. No, you can't, because Nikolai always sitting there with this. So when it comes to Scorched Earth is going to have a lot of the props you guys saw at Syndicate, minus the drugs. There's going to be intel. There's going to be mortars to get. There's going to be boom booms to get, and there's going to be control boxes everywhere. He likes it when you grab his butt. No, I don't. So this one's going to be a typical green versus tan. This one is going to have Evos that are broken up inside of it. There will be a night game Saturday night. At this point in time, there was going to be no JTF missions at this event. People are asking if we're going to allow you guys to camp out on the AO. Because of how many people are going to be at this event, typically we don't allow it. We tried it once, and there was only 2 buildings that you all could camp out in, and it was so noisy and everything else that it was just problematic. So we're just going to have you guys sleep out in the liquid thing there. Owen. My special boy. No. So with Scorched Earth, we are going to have prisoner taking. So you guys can go up and capture your prisoners and take them back to your COs for scoring points. And there's going to be other objectives and stuff there, like the radar array will be utilized more. The pits will be moved more. We're going to have the entire AO that we had for the last event, minus, obviously the top floors of 1 are out of play. Most of F is out of play, but we do have the tunnel access to F. And then hopefully we'll have the screening up around the chapel to where we can open up H, which would be good. It is the weekend before Wasteland in Florida. Wait, no. I don't think so. Oh, that would really suck. Let's see. When is Wasteland 15? It is. I don't know. Wait, hold on. Here's our calendar. Fuck. I will get back to that. Does anybody else have any questions about this? It's usually the weekend. If it goes based off of previous years, it's the same weekend. So I don't know what it's going to be this year. Date's already been set. It is November 10th through 12th. I mean, this year is going to be jam-packed there, Tubbs. I mean, it's going to be pretty bad. I just don't know when it's going to be because they haven't released the date for that yet. I like how everybody's like looking down at something else and not engaging and not asking questions.
I asked a bunch of questions.
I was looking it up. I was trying to figure this out.
Tubbs is talking Mandalorian nerd shit with me right now. And Wiener is using needs to put his readers on so he can actually read his phone.
Oh, wow. All right. So I don't know if I can't find anything. Did you find anything, Joker?
No, it's not. I don't think the date's been released yet. I think Iron Dagger is the first week in November, though, not the second.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh, hold on. For some reason, he's muted.
Who,
Was
me?
that week? Yeah, you were muted, Weeder, for some
Oh,
reason.
thanks a lot. Because I was snoring while I was reading. Wasteland Ops Airsoft. There we go. I was looking up Wasteland is what I was doing at the time.
Oh, you're looking at the wrong thing.
No, but I saw
Ops
the
is
Ops.
the site.
Yeah, I know Waste Ops then, but RC Airsoft. Good God. Not Wasteland. I don't want Wasteland Ops.
Tubbs, if you're passing all the way down to Florida, I mean, just, Big Indian Paintball is just right there.
Yep.
It's on the way. Unless you're flying. Wall that can fit a 2x6.
Oh, I don't know what. The hell? All right, I'm trying to look up AMS's site, and it's kind of frustrating. There we go.
That's why I can't find it. Okay. I want to go to their page. Oh, that's why.
November 4th through 5th is Blockade.
Yeah, so it's the first weekend in November. That's the same weekend as. Is that the same weekend as Iron Dagger?
No, Iron Dagger, I guess, is the same weekend as ours. I thought Iron Dagger was the first weekend.
Okay. That's going to be a rough one. That's going to be a rough one.
So what's going to be great is looking at AMS versus Third Coast again, because you have Copperhead September 2nd through 3rd, and you have Sirius Viking September 1st through 3rd.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to the one that's only 5 minutes from my house. Just saying.
I'm not lazy.
I mean, hey.
On Wiener's phone.
What was that?
We can see all the textures on your phone because you're holding your phone up like this, and the back side is like right in front of the camera. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's how you were doing it.
Okay. So Flames of the Rebellions, May 13, 2023, by Mind Game Productions.
I saw that.
Let's see. Come on, I know you got the games here. Home. Oh, that's the Star Wars game.
Yeah, that's not
For a roll
Wasteland.
game?
I thought Wasteland was going to get pushed back to December this year,
That may be
which
why,
I would love more because
that's probably why we're not seeing anything advertised for it yet.
I could always do this.
What are you going to message him?
Yeah.
Is it going to be in Wayne's World again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
He has most of his games there, so.
that's what I'm looking for right now. Paintball events, people field.
I'm just saying, anybody coming through Perry that's looking to play airsoft, going to one of the big events, hit me up. We can hang out. I'll show you some good places to eat.
Yes, he will.
How's my computer doing this?
Dude, this year is just packed full of events, like left, right, and center. Jesus.
No kidding.
It's like everybody came out of lockdown going, we must have more events.
Well, that new one in Florida threw everybody for a loop.
Yeah, that dropped out of nowhere.
No kidding.
I want to be a fly on the wall for when Bo found out about that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that striker?
No, about Arcadia.
Oh. Viking is the first weekend in September.
Yes, at the Guardian Center. I mean, yeah, Guardian Center.
Chaos Company, Imperial Green.
Yep,
I don't know what you're talking about.
We may have both technicals there.
All three technicals there.
Well, 3 technicals.
Possibly the Honey Badger might be done by then too.
Yep.
4 technicals.
4 technicals then.
So, what was that about Hate Company?
Sorry, Sneezy. I've requisitioned half of your team. Sorry.
Oh, Smurf just wrote Wasteland 15 is what?
Multicam dropping.
I just lost her. I have that still. I
Don't get Beaver started.
Get what now?
Multicam
Wasteland 15 is the weekend after Scorched Earth.
Yep, November 18th and 19th. Yeah, per Mind Games website. Oh, okay, cool.
I didn't even see it on the Mind Games website. I'm on Mind Games website.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Copperhead play. Dude, Guardian Center is getting a workout this year looking at this schedule.
That basically means the government contracts aren't coming in as hard and heavy as they usually are.
Well, that kind of makes sense with the stuff that's going on out there right now.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
I think that's why, Rick, AMS got theirs advertised first. Before Striker.
All right. Okay. So, is there any other questions about this before we go? Because I got a lot of shit I got to do.
Yeah, you gotta go call the hospital back up and chew them out again.
You ain't wrong.
Harsh words. Harsh words.
It's about to get harsher, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
wonder if we could get included in the lawsuit because my virgin ears after that conversation are hurt.
Cry more.
Drink some milk.
You don't have any orifices in you that's a virgin. I'm just saying.
Sid's drink just came out of his nose.
Sid, you okay, buddy? You okay?
Oh, you
I'm
had
sorry.
to wait for me to drink to say that, didn't you? God. I'm just getting over food poisoning, man. I don't need anything else coming out of my body.
That's what she said.
Neither is Wiener. It's all about timing.
I'll just tell you that there's some stuff also in the works that Weir and I have been working on. So
Yes.
there might be some interesting stuff in the future
Oh, yes.
that we might be talking about. I mean, we have evidently a lot of phone calls that we have to make. I mean, if we could secure some of this stuff, this would actually be sweet. Because if you all think this year was packed, next year is going to be
Even worse.
even worse. So, yeah, let's get this done. All right. So, with that being said, is there any other questions you guys got about any of the events? Because we got stuff we got to do. We have any questions on Op Red Horse, Geigerlands, Yellow Dog or Scorched Earth, feel free to get us ask them now so we can know what to do.
That's my virtue. That's just my body saying I need to go take some more Claritin.
I gotta move furniture in my house. We finally did the tile inside the.
You know, with all that dust in your house, I don't know how you're surviving.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you. Did they get most of it cleaned up, or is it still pretty dusty in there?
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
I mean,
wiener
we got-
dander from the last visit.
Oh, no,
Yeah, actually, it took me like a good week to disinfect the house after he showed up.
That's because your dogs like to snuggle with me.
The dogs like to struggle with everybody. You're not special.
Yes,
that
people,
thing walking in
every
the
event has
background on
insurance.
Wiener's camera?
Okay. The back.
Speaking of which, where the hell are my dogs?
Yeah, mine are up on the. Both of them are up on the. Oh, we're on the bed.
What was
They
that?
left. Where did they go? What was what? In my background?
It looked like a obese dachshund.
Oh yeah,
Walking
that
by.
was,
That's
it was. They're not there anymore. They're gone.
Does that thing have type 2 diabetes?
They do. So do I. And by the way, I do too.
Oh,
Doctors, I have to go see my doctor on the 12th so they can yell at me.
Or you can catch that from toilet seats.
And I got my new fish tank now.
Yeah.
Wiener, you could always just call me. I'll yell at you for free.
Well, I know that.
Yeah.
Well, I get that anyways. It doesn't make a difference.
Just call right before you eat anything.
Yeah.
You fat ass, quit.
The funny thing is, though, I don't eat. I mean, I really don't eat a lot, and that's why I got to get this freaking hernia taken care of.
I can say this: Wiener does not eat a lot. When we were on the cruise, I went on a mission to try every single thing there was to eat. I tried to
No,
get him
you
to go
did.
with
You
me.
went to the same fucking crab shack. Like
No, that's where I went at the end
Yeah,
of my loop.
was
I
eating
mean,
a
you
lot.
know, shellfish.
And dude, I did the same thing at
Nothing
on
wrong
the
with
last cruise, that week-long cruise I was on. As a matter of fact, I got my escargot. That was awesome, and I got calamari that didn't taste like rubber tires.
Nice.
So you
Joker,
get
you
fat
didn't
by
catch me
osmosis.
till about halfway through it because, like, I
No.
get up in the morning, I have cigars at sunrise, and I run into Wiener first thing in the morning, and I give him my checklist.
Yep, everything's already had. I'll get my single thing of eggs and a bunch of fruit, and it was good. I did the same thing. I had a blast. I mean, I'll live on a cruise ship.
You can. Speaking of which, it's unrelated to airsoft, but might be related. One of the cruise line is starting a 3-year-long cruise
oh, I saw that.
Around the world, yep.
around the world,
And
and
you pay,
you
like,
can
per
have a guest for 1 month for free at any leg of the cruise.
It's $180,000.
Dollars, but it's 3 years. Everything is included for 3 years.
Oh, well,
I'll tell you what.
no, Wiener's about to become an airsoft pirate.
Speaking of which, next year we got to go down and play. Get all that shit together so we can go play in the Bahamas.
Yes, that's what we're working on.
Already secured my ticket.
Yep. Speaking of which, Secure, I need to call them up and get my payments going again. You have to call them.
Why do you keep looking behind you when you talk
Because
about
my
payments?
paperwork's over there on my dresser.
You calling
My
mom?
paperwork's over there on the dresser. I hear things behind me. You know, at my age, I hear everything, and then the door's freaking open again.
He's just looking for his mom.
Where's the meatloaf? Meatloaf.
Ma, can I go on a cruise?
You know, it sucks. I'll tell you what, dude, it sucks.
Do we secure the Titanic for the
Although
TTV
the
field?
week-long cruise I was on, I came back and it was awesome. So there was no problems. I figured I would have gotten shit when I got home. My dogs weighed about 20 pounds each heavier.
That's why that dog looked like a haggis
Right, yeah,
just walked by.
It's a kielbasa. It's not a wiener dog. It's a kielbasa.
All right.
Blue.
Oh, guys.
I think that's it.
I think
Are you
Nobody's
sure?
coming up with any questions, and we're off the rails.
We've been off the rails.
No, yeah.
we secure the Titanic for CQB field. Damn it. You go right ahead.
All right, guys. With that being said, we have a lot of great events coming up. Hopefully, you guys can join us for a lot of them. Come check out our newest event that we did at Yellow Dog Village.
I am
The
thankful
production
on that.
the production is going to be increasing on that one too. We actually have some pretty cool promo things that we're going to film at Geigerlands for that one. We're off the rails when this started. Of course it is. So with that being said, we're going to end this up a little early tonight because we all got stuff we got to do. So I'm Joker from Players Wanted. With me is the man with the mohawk, the king of the high kappas, Virtue from Sinister Customs. It's not a party till the wiener comes out. Wiener from New Breed Airsoft. And Mr. Beowulf, if you piss him off, we'll give you some brand new jewelry. Beowulf of Shadow Legion. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, may your babies fly true.